So the first thing we need to do is roll some initiative.
Hey, I just want to let you guys know about the roll this 20 right off the bat.
So
just to put an end to this.
No, I can't find my character. No, this isn't fair.
No, go ahead. I'll wait. Go ahead.
there it is.
I'm gonna roll it, so go ahead. It doesn't matter.
Is that me?
I'll be last.
God.
Wait. Let me see if I do it still, though.
Natural 20!
Oh, Jane off the bat.
I felt that it was going to come right off the bat. I had the feeling.
Mama's got a new pair of shoes.
Said so uncool. Oh, Mama's got a new pair of
Someone's
shoes.
got a new pair of gold shoes.
Alrighty.
They're very heavy.
That was perfectly how I wanted to execute that.
Boom. There you go.
Oh, man.
Thank you to you four.
Damn it.
All right, so we got Cyrano on a 25. We got Annie on a 20. We got Alekma on a 18.
whatever.
We got Britannica on 14. And let's me roll a d20. And we find out what my initiatives are. Hang on. Oh, why did that happen? There we go.
Hey. That was good. But now we can just relax, right? The stress of the 20s off.
There you
Now
go.
we can just
Okay.
Well,
do
now
our
it's just
thing.
whoever gets the most 20s. In
Now
this
we can just
Yeah.
riff on. Now we just rip on this
Hey,
battle.
calm down.
Oh my god, you're gonna hurt something.
Yeah, you're gonna break something.
Oh yeah, that was.
So,
Hold on, like I come back with one of those big ass foam necks. You know?
all right, Cyrano de Yom, you are tied to a tree. You're up first. What do you want to do?
Okay, so I'm for all intents and purposes, I'm a rat, right?
You're like a hybrid rat human, yeah.
Okay, and what do rats do when they get startled by something?
Shit themselves.
Do they? I don't think they do
I don't
that.
know. Probably.
But if they do, okay, well that's part one of my move. Like, is that a bonus action? Is that a free action?
Yeah.
Dropping
Okay.
pellets, yeah. Free action.
Yeah. Okay, so I think he would go like and turn up the tree and scamper up it.
Okay, you're still currently tied to it.
Oh, I thought I was out of it.
We
Okay.
haven't got that far.
Okay, then how good did they tie me up?
I mean,
Good.
you've got skills. You got talents. You got
That's
things
what I'm saying.
you can do.
I'm gonna try to like quickly get out of this because these guys aren't like senior knotsmans, you know.
I mean,
Like,
yeah, they're
there's
not.
No way.
None of them ever attended Boy Scouts or any
No,
of that
they're
stuff.
not boat swains.
I'm a druid. I tied no.
I
Yeah,
thought you
those are
really
not-
were a Boy Scout. That was gonna blow my mind for a second.
So you can absolutely
Why
make
not?
an escape artist roll.
Ooh, escape artist.
We
I've never
didn't
done this one.
actually let anybody roll for how well they tied the knots. So
So one of us should roll a use rope, I assume?
yeah. So whoever, I guess that's the thing. So whoever tied him up, you need to roll a use rope skill.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then
roll.
that will be his DC.
Who tied him up? Was it me?
Probably.
was it?
Or
Sure,
that
you were
sort of
you were
stuff.
Annie probably.
It actually was. You were. Yeah, that's true.
Alright, well she's distracted over there, so I'm gonna go.
Sort of thing I'd expect Britannica
Sorry.
to be into.
Go
People
for
like,
it.
Oh dang!
Oh, I used
Considering
rope real good.
considering she sucks at tying knots, she actually did a really good job.
Huh.
She was very
All
thorough.
Sorry.
All right, escape artist. It's okay. I'm pretty good at escape artisting.
Okay.
Oh, not
Oh,
But
that.
you're
no.
not good enough. So
Okay.
you're like, and the knots are vigorously tight.
Cool. Well,
Sorry.
so I guess I just hissed then.
Okay. Congratulations. That was the use of a very good use of initiative. Awesome. I
Well-
approve of your hissing.
I'm tied up.
What is Annie going to do? So yeah, Annie, you were at the bottom of this big bouldery thing, and one's kind of literally like popped up right. Ah, what did you move? Get back over there.
You want to snuggle? going on?
That was me. I did that. I was just turning her around.
Do you want to start?
I have a feeling that whenever
I'm
the
very
big
open.
thing burst from the ground, Annie probably wouldn't have still been staring at the rock. So,
I jump up and unsheath my weapon,
okay.
panicked, and first I'm going to do a quick look around to see how many there are.
You can see one.
One. Okay, I will engage with it then.
I'm going to turn this combat noise down a fraction. It sounds a little loud. I got new earbuds, and they're like super good quality earbuds, and everything sounds
much?
significantly
Do
louder
we
and more
sound
bassy
like-
now.
Gross now.
Yeah.
Yeah, now you can hear our real
Our
voices.
voice.
Like
Yeah.
this.
That's it.
Igor!
Hey, let's play some D&D, guys.
Okay.
That hurt. Ooh.
So yeah, did you wish to attempt to attack this thing, or did you say?
Yes, I'm going to engage with it and
You're engaged.
see what kind of damage I could do to it. So I will
Okay.
attack.
Swipe at it with your blade.
Is it lagging? There it is.
All right.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Solid strike.
Ooh.
You clout this thing's chitinous armor. It is very thick and very, very dense. However, you do put a crack in its carapace for 11 points of damage. Okay.
Then I know that it can be hurt, so I will
It definitely can be hurt. Yes.
stand there
Bleeds, we can
and
kill
go,
it.
everybody
go.
wake up!
All right. Alekma.
Yes, I am going to. God, these squares are so big, so I can only really move here. I'm going to spring up with my spear ready, and I'm not going to. I guess, can I charge, or can I just move over there because Annie's kind of in the way, right?
Oh, you could charge. It's big enough that you can run to the side and hack at it
All right, so that's exactly what I'm going to do.
with your shield outstretched, if you wish. Okay.
Ah!
Okay, yep. You strike it also for 15. Alright, stick your spear into it, and some gooey insect-like bloody stuff comes leaking out of its side. Okay. Britannica, you are up the tree.
Okay. How far away from Cyrano would you say I am?
Probably no more than maybe 5 or 6 feet.
Okay, so could I shimmy my way over and use my axe to like hack down on the back end of his ropes? Basically to
If you
free
want to
him,
cut
not
him
on
free
him.
this turn, you absolutely
Yes.
could do that as an action.
Yeah, so I'm gonna kind of
Yeah.
shake around.
I
in
mean,
the tree
you're
a
pretty
little bit.
big and heavy, so I can't imagine you'd be able to be too far up this dead tree without the
Right.
limbs busting and stuff. So,
Yeah.
all right, okay. In that case, you are cut free then, Cyrano. It's not something you could have planned to do. However, I will be willing to count that as a partially held action. So you did a physical action and tried to escape.
Yes.
But I would still allow you a move if you wish.
Okay, then in that case, I'd go and scamper up the tree.
Okay,
you
so
go.
now you're going up the tree.
And
Yeah,
I'll try to help him up too.
my little rat claws are giving me
Oh.
purchase in the bark.
All right.
I got it.
Oh, okay. Branch,
got it.
please. So
Okay.
I kick him back down.
Thank
No,
God,
you
my
kick
tail
it back
as a
down.
whip.
That's awesome.
thank God we're like around the rock, man.
Right. Okay. So we'll start with this one. Seeing that you are up the tree, it rears its head back and goes, and a green shower of hideous, caustic liquid comes out of its mouth. You have a reflex DC 14 save to halve the damage. Any of you having any special abilities that mean half damage equals no damage, then that would apply. So,
Yes.
all right. So DC 14. to
It's a
not be
reflex save?
spat on. Yeah.
Oh, sweet! I literally cannot fail. That's great.
For both of us, I'm assuming.
Uh huh. All right. So Cyrano. What the what? Pass.
Oh, I don't want to be in this.
Pretty early. Thank you for the resub. Take your pants off. Hit.
And you turn into a werebug.
Thank you, Betty.
Where bugs?
I
Okay,
do have a. Wait, I have a racial fortitude bonus against poison?
It's not poison, I'm afraid.
Oh,
Acid.
man.
Yeah, not poison, I'm afraid. Okay, so you would have successfully saved for half. Do you have an ability that says should you say that half saves equal no damage for you, Cyrano?
I just have.
Yes, I do.
Okay, so you actually will, like, lean back and do the Matrix thing off of one of the branches, and the spray will go whoosh right over top of you. Britannica,
my,
on the other hand, you will eat green skunky nastiness.
Do I have damage reduction on it?
Yeah, it's uncanny dodge for those wondering. For me.
You will take 7 points of acid damage. So, if you have damage reduction acid, then yes.
No,
I
it's
don't
just
think you do.
damage reduction.
Yeah.
Straight spell.
Um,
Okay, so how much was that? 7?
It'll be 7. Yeah.
Okay. Bleh.
But okay. Well, that was the first one. Then this one's doing the same.
Oh no!
Because, you're out the tree, and they want to get you down from the tree. So you can make another save throw against this one.
It ain't getting me, baby. It ain't getting me, baby.
Don't get me. No.
Oh no!
I'm getting out of this tree.
So on
yeah.
top of that one, you get caught in the crossfire, and you're going to take 5 from that one.
You get caught up in the
Crossfire.
crossfire.
Crossfire! Okay.
Yous I gotta love.
Okie dokie. This one over here is not going to vomit. Instead, it is going to try to grab hold of Annie St. Clair with its huge pincers.
No.
Oh gosh.
Basically,
I
it is an
remember a
attempt
death
at
like this.
grapple.
Grapple attempt.
It
Okay.
counts as it has improved grapple,
Okay.
which means it doesn't provoke an attack of opportunity. So Shaggy doesn't get an attack of opportunity against it, and neither do you.
Ah, how sad.
But base grapple, okay. Okay, its attempts to grapple you, you will need a 30 to not be grappled,
Holy.
Annie St. Clair.
Gosh, I wish I got the 20 for that roll.
Oh my lord!
I'm afraid it has clamped down on
No. Okay.
you. Okay,
Man,
all of a sudden, it goes back down into the hole it came from, dragging Annie St. Clair with it.
Oh my god.
oh,
Oh no.
So let me fix this real quick.
Dead. This is it.
Oh man. Maybe they're just gonna feed you to their babies.
That's a bit big.
maybe he wants to show. Maybe he wants to introduce you to his mom.
Yeah.
Hey, mommy, can I keep it? Can I keep it? Can I? Can I?
Mama bug.
All right. Yeah.
Mama bug.
Oh no.
Okay.
Okay. That's the top. Cyrano de Yum.
Okay. Now. Okay. 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 Hold on. Now, let's see. Did my movement get any more that I became aware? I don't know. We didn't go over this. I don't know. If it did or
You
not.
don't have any more movement rate, no, because you're still bipedal. You're still on human legs. It's only really, other than getting furry, fangy, and a bit of a
Okay.
underbite.
Totally fine. I just wanted to know what I was able to do.
Your senses kind of went up, but your physicality didn't.
Okay. I mean, I'm a rat, so I'm just gonna be a rat. Yeah. I mean, I'd probably just hide up here, but that's no fun, so we're not gonna do that. So I'm going to essentially, if I can, leap behind this one here, like kind of scurry down a little bit and be like rat leap off of it and kind of do like a little like.
Gotcha. Now,
little
I will
tumble
point
roll.
out these things are pretty large, and it looks like, even though they didn't try to come up the tree, they're probably big enough to like grab to kind of try to get you up the tree. So I'm just pointing that out so that you don't think that just by being up the tree they cannot physically hit you, because they probably can.
Okay, you're just showing off some of their
Um,
skills. Okay.
So you want to somersault down off the tree and try to land behind it?
Yep.
Okay.
And I'm a rat, so they're good at gymnastics.
Gymnastics.
They can jump.
They can super jump.
White rats can't jump though.
Nice.
Well, is he a brown rat or a white rat? We didn't specify.
Let's not get into that. Huh?
He's a black rat.
I mean,
Let me have a quick look here. Your special hybrid lycanthropy. Let's see.
Oh yes.
Because yours is not full on what a normal rat lycanthrop would be. Okay. No, they don't have any bonuses in that. They
That's
do
fine. I
in
figured
some
not.
things, but not in that. So,
Well, I think Cyrano would still be able to pull something off like this, being a.
well,
flipping
Cyrano
rogue,
can do
so-
it because it's Cyrano.
Yeah.
But the ratness in you doesn't really
Okay.
adjust that. So,
That's what I do regardless.
okay. In that case, you, my friend, need to give me.
Tumble?
I'm gonna call that. I was toying between whether it wants to be a jump or a tumble. I think you're gonna need both. I think a jump because you're trying to leap that distance, and then a tumble to not bust your ass too bad.
Okay. Well,
Because
one
you're
of these
kind
is
of
gonna
leaping out of a tree,
go good.
and then you're gonna hit the floor and roll. So there's
Yeah.
it's both.
I'm gonna stick the dismount. The jump, on the other hand, might not go so well. So here's the jump.
boy, you jump right into its maw.
Hey, okay.
No, because I'd be able to tumble out of it.
So yeah, you're not. Basically, you push yourself out of the tree, but you're not going to get the distance that you wanted.
Okay.
So you're probably coming down on top of this thing.
That's cool.
Now give me the tumble roll.
Animal handling. Okay.
Wrangling. 22. Okay. So yeah, probably what actually happens is you push out of the tree, realizing you just don't have a run up. You don't have anything to really propel yourself. You're falling short. So resigning yourself to that, you're going to kind of drop down and with a graceful tumble land on this thing's back.
That's cool. Would I be able to like drive my swords
I
into
would
him?
say absolutely, because that
Yeah.
would be your move action. So I would let you have an attack.
Okay.
And being that you are on its back and it doesn't know it's coming, it is totally optional or open to being backstabbed.
Ooh, okay. So just one attack for this then?
Yep, one attack from each blade,
Okay.
but the primary would have the backstab on it.
Okay. Yeah, so not a full attack, but
Yeah.
down. Okay. So the single, that's Shadow Slice.
He's the kind of rat that gives resistance to make up
And
a
there's the
shampoo
other one.
test.
Ooh.
Both
Okay.
of those will hit.
Oh, wow.
So it's a combined regular damage of 8. But you can put your little special sting on that.
So the backstab only comes from one of the blades, even though I'm coming down on both?
Technically,
You let me know, because before I could
no,
do two
you
before-
can do both because we you can definitely you can do both. We
Okay.
allow you to do both.
Yes. Okay, so 8d6.
Okay.
Hiya! Ooh, 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 ooh!
Oh,
Ooh,
never seen damage like that out of you.
I'm a rat now, baby!
Incidentally, and just because it may have come up before, but I want to clarify it, and I think somebody did point this out. So, what I do is, rules as written, you can only get backstab with your primary attack, right?
Okay.
But there's also a lot of really kind of dubious additional things that kind of say, oh, well, you can backstab here, and you can backstab there, and you can backstab here, which none of that makes a lot of sense. So what I do is I don't allow quite so many ridiculous opportunities to backstab, but I offset that by allowing you to use both weapons when you do.
Yeah, because it's pretty particular when you let me backstab.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
think that's a fair
to me,
trade-off.
it's got to be, you've got to be able to, the creature has to not know the attack is coming. So you've got to basically be a surprise attack or something like that, or attacking it from the rear, which typically by default means it doesn't know it's coming.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, it has to be something that can physically be critically injured, right? It has to have vitals and stuff. You can't backstab a bony skeleton.
Right.
But to balance that with our homebrew rule, I do allow it to be done with both weapons, because let's be real, if you can drive one weapon into a vital, why couldn't you do two?
Exactly. Because I wouldn't attack like, hiya, like...
Right, no, that's right. So,
prick them.
So that's it. So if anybody wondered why we do it this way, that's why. So there's pros to it and there's cons to it, but because we make some limitations for realism, we boost the benefits to kind of counteract it, so that it's all done nice and fair. So there you go. Okay. That's a lot of damage. 26.
That's a lot of damage. Like the commercial.
I was thinking
right.
And Gore, I don't know if this is something I can do, but I'm not going to take my blades out. I'm going to try to keep them in, because I know he's probably
hold
gonna
on
try
to him and use him like a handle to steer.
Yeah, well, I know he's going to try to buck me off
random.
of it, but I'm pretty much going to try to use those as like anchor points.
Well,
A rodeo
you could
win.
do that, or you could just ride it down to the ground because you killed it.
Yeah!
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Okay.
34 is enough to take it out in one
Hell yeah,
foul
baby.
wicked swoop. So way
Teen
to go,
rat, baby.
Cyrano.
Look at
Alrighty.
you.
I'm gonna do the cool move when he does like the little breakdance move in the hallway, you know, when he first becomes Teen Rat. Yeah, cool little move. And where's Styles? Where's my sidekick Styles at?
Yep, that's it. All right, nice job. Annie St. Clair, you're down the hole. Okay.
What the what?
Spectacular, thank you for the sub. Take your pants up, hit the height.
Thanks, Slack.
Spectacular.
73 months. Oh
Hello.
dang.
That's so crazy.
73. Why do I not like recognize your name in here?
You don't
that's a long
recognize
time.
Slack?
Well,
I
yeah, he's
don't-
been
I-
around for a long. Spectacular's been around for a long time.
He lurks more than anything.
Okay, that
Often
makes more
he's-
sense.
But he's
Okay,
always
okay.
here. Yeah.
Yeah, well, clearly. 73 months, yeah.
He's one of our beloved lurkers. Okay, Annie St. Clair, you're basically being dragged backwards down a deep, dark hole. You have some options to you. What do you want to do?
Fly out.
Can you fly?
No.
Oh, wait a minute. That's
I would
Britannica
like
that can
to,
do that. Oh, no. Okay.
Jealous much?
Well, like, does it look like the type of hole where even if I was able to get out of the grapple, I could like climb out of, or is it just straight down in like a
It's
dirt
kind
dungeon?
Well, the hole is not that deep. It's probably only goes down about 10 feet, and then it kind of curves.
Oh.
Like, these things come burrowing
Oh,
along
okay.
and then burst up. So,
Yeah, then I'm gonna try to get out of the grapple.
okay, and that's exactly what you're going to do then. So it's a counter grapple. Okay. Yeah, a 30.
Oh my
Oh
god.
Oh my god, 18! Ah, god.
Look
Oh
at
my
you!
god!
Oh my god!
Natural 20!
That's what you needed! Oh my god!
I can't believe you did that.
That is unbelievable. Okay,
I can't see
as
it.
tight
Whoa.
as the grip is on this thing,
Oh my
you're
god.
able to kind of press down against its huge mandibles and maybe pressing the tip of your blade in against it. You can kind of pry it just enough to get loose, and with a sudden drive upwards, you push yourself clear, and you have actually broken clear of this thing's grasp.
Oh my god. Do I have a movement still? I don't know.
Yeah, that's an action. So you
I would
still have
fucking
to
Do anything you want
Fucking
now.
run if I can, or try to
and
get
I
out
mean-
there.
All right, so you want to basically use your movement to get out of the 10-foot pit?
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Good move.
No, hang out. I'll just.
I'll just hang out in this
I get
hole.
a torch out.
I want to follow him.
I'm gonna become their queen now.
I will be the
Holy
queen
crap.
of these creatures.
Can't believe
Okay.
it.
Yeah. So
Wow.
much to
That's
much
wild.
to Alekma's surprise, suddenly you see an Annie St. Clair kind of
Dirt
start
on my
pulling her
face.
way out of the hole. Very
Like
nice.
Shawshank Redemption.
I love it when I'm playing this together.
Yes.
She thought she got ate by a bug.
But she didn't. Okay, Alekma.
He tried to take him
So-
down to Bug Guantanamo.
With
I
all
can remember a quote.
It's
With
a
Annie's-
bug planet. An ugly planet.
Oh,
yeah, with Annie's spectacular escape.
Tonight's episode of Starship Troopers.
Do you want to know more? I would be so. The first thing I would do is, Annie, I'm coming, and then see her claw out and be like, "Oh, that son of a bitch!" And I'm gonna wild shape into a large, monstrous spider.
Are you?
Ooh.
Because
I hate it.
I was
Okay,
going
sister
to,
boy.
I was going to go into the hole to save Annie with my spiderness, probably scarring her for life
Spider
because another
Sure, you don't want
monster.
to be spider pig, because that could be a thing.
Spider pig? I could be a spider pig.
I just don't want the token. Can I just put a piece of tape over you?
So it's a monster spider that's large, basically. That's for the people.
Which one?
I mean, it's the
Not
name
that one.
of the.
Oh
monster.
god!
It's
Oh, it's
monster
mechanical?
spider.
Not. Here we go.
It's a steampunk spider.
Oh,
Yes!
you're killing me.
Killing me softly with these bugs. Okay.
And I would crawl down the hole after the monster. I mean,
All right,
that's
skitter it. And down the hole you go like another nasty little predator. Okay.
Wow. Crazy.
I have tremor sense, so I sense it.
Tremors.
That's my whole turn.
Okay, and down you go. All right, Britannica.
Yay!
So you witness the amazing ratcapades of Teen Rat as he drops down on the first one of these things and skewers it,
And the
driving
sick
it
people
hard
move.
into the ground.
Yes.
What would you like to do?
I'm going to wing up
Wing it. Okay.
and get out of this tree, and then, if I can, do that, and then swoop down and crack
do you
this
not have-
guy on the back.
Apparently, I don't have a winged U on here. Let me grab a winged U. 1 second. I need to capture a winged U. Didn't put a winged U on this map.
Winged me.
Oop. All right. You're going to look a little extremely large when I first put you on here, but that's okay.
I'll take it.
Because, you know, that's a huge bitch. Okay.
Oh, dang.
I wish I was that size. Just stomp on him.
Ant-Man style.
Yeah.
Alrighty, there you go. So, you sprout your angelic wings.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to go basically above and behind this thing so that I
And
can
slap it with your axe.
last down on it.
Okay,
And
go for it.
because I moved, was that how far is that to count against a full attack, or can I still? use
If
a
you
full?
move, it's too far to allow to be able to get a full attack, but you can
Okay.
still get a single attack.
Okay.
And it's a solid
Crunch.
strike for 17 on this one. Okay. You bring your mighty axe down on this thing with a loud crack. It is the Ankheg's turn. So the one down the hole is going to come face to face with a giant spider. It will attempt to defend itself. And the first thing it is going to do, it is going to vomit acid at you, giant spider. DC 14 reflex save.
All right, let's. No, I gotta look at the actual.
Actually, let me take that back. Let me double check something. Nope, it's not going to do that because it already did it. Did it? No, this one
Oh,
hasn't done
this
that,
one
has it?
hasn't
No,
done
that
it.
was the other one. Okay,
Yeah.
yes, it is going to do that. I was about to say they can only do it once every 6 hours. So, but no, he hasn't done it, so he is going to.
Okay.
Front line of defense. Spit on things.
Just looking up the. Okay. That's 3. Strangely enough, it doesn't say what its reflex is on this list. Oh, it does. Okay, +4.
Should be.
All right. Yeah, I got it. Not the best, so I might get
Spiders are not
acided.
nope, but
16?
that's enough. So
Nice.
you only take half of this.
All right.
All right. You will take half, so you will take 5 points of burny acid damage.
Bastard. All right.
All right. This one that Britannica is fighting will spin around and attempt to jump up and snap at you with its mandibles.
And he won't.
Uh, 19. But face says it's a hit.
One moment. No, he misses. Haha.
Okay, there you
Nice.
go.
I was thinking
Awesome.
a level back.
I'm bringing levels back. Yeah. Okay. Cyrano Diyam on the back of your dead creature.
Yeah, I'm gonna like pop up and see the next one and run over to Britannica to help.
Okay. Alrighty.
Then drive my sword into
Scudder,
it.
scudder.
All right, Shadow Slice, flank, yes.
You are flanking, indeed. Is that with the flank bonus?
Yes.
It's a miss.
Oh,
Sorry.
Oh,
damn.
I'm sorry. Sorry, everyone. Sorry. Close, but no cigar. Okay. Annie St. Clair, you are out of the hole. Only just in time to witness Cyrano. Actually, not Cyrano. Alekma turn into a big creepy crawly and dive down the hole in your stead. What do you want to do?
okay. No idea if it's gonna hurt or help, but I'm gonna be like, oh, I like that, and I'm gonna kind of lean into the hole and figured that he'd be facing the right way, so I would hold my shield out and cast, or I guess my scimitar out and cast daylight into the hole, hoping it'll help like temporarily freak out the monster there. Blind for a
Alrighty.
second.
Do you have the spell listed to pop it into chat? Just for chat. If not, it's not a big deal.
Nope, it's a 60-foot radius light,
Yeah.
though, as if it's daylight.
Yep. That's it in a nutshell. So basically, you've just illuminated the hole for 60 feet. A huge beam of light. So now you can basically see down the hole, and you'll be able to see at the very bottom of the hole, basically the Ankheg and the spider, like
Ooh, fun.
doing that
Fight!
because that's what they do. Bet on it.
We just wanted a better view of the fight.
All right, Spider Boy.
Maybe.
Spider
Yep.
Peak.
I am going to
Beautiful.
try to bite the bastard somewhere on the face.
Okay. In the face! In the face! 22. That's a successful bite.
Nice.
1d8 plus 3 for the damage.
For 5.
And there's poison. I have poison.
Save.
It's the poison. Sorry, is. Sorry, I'm scrolling through this whole fucking wild. That's why I hate wild shapes.
Fortitude save, so it's going to be.
Yeah, it's a fortitude save. Sorry, hold on. I had it and then I clicked it and I lost it, and I'm a genius. So it's a DC is 13.
And it will pass the poison
Boo.
save.
Boo.
However, the bite is enough to kill it anyway.
Oh,
Because
nice.
Annie had already done significant damage to
That's
this. and
true,
So had
we
you.
did.
So, okay. So, congratulations. There's a dead ant
My-
down the hole.
My fangs go into its fucking brain.
Ew.
Annie,
Wow.
All right.
and a magic torch.
That's what Annie sees. Just look.
Okay. All right, cool. Yeah. Delicious Ankheg. Britannica. It's your turn.
Okay, well, nothing really exciting, but I'm going to
But you can full attack it now.
crush this baby.
I don't think you're going to need a second one, knowing you.
And do I get a flank because Cyrano's still there?
You certainly do. Yep, Cyrano is threatening it.
God damn it, I hit no. Son of a bee.
That's all
All
right.
right, we'll
just
see what
add
happens.
two to it.
Yeah, we'll add to it.
Like you're going to miss.
You're good.
24. Yep. That's killing it.
Hooray! I crunch him.
All right. All right, yep, you crunch its gooey center.
Excellent.
Squish. Okay, congrats. The last of the 3 Ankhegs is dealt with. Are you staying in spider form?
To climb out of the hole, basically.
And then you're going to turn back once you get out of the hole?
Yep. Turn
Okay,
back.
then I'm going to
plop.
spare...
Please.
I'm going to spare you that.
Thank you.
So, Gore,
Uh-huh.
what kind of urges do I feel in this moment right now?
Ew.
I mean, these aren't really things that you'd probably want to eat.
Well, I just mean as far as like
but,
a
I mean,
rat,
you're-
because I'm free now.
Yeah, I mean, you're free. Obviously, you've got wanderlust. You're going to want to go out and explore and forage and scurry and do stuff. And you do kind of have these weird, kind of twisted desires to do harm to things. That should you come across anything that's kind of weak and feeble, because rats are very bullyish. So you're not going to try to take on something tough. But hey,
Okay, so you're just, I mean, I'm just going to go like, I'm going to hiss again and go, I'll be right back. And I'm going to bolt off just in a random direction. Just,
Oh my
gone.
God.
I'm gone.
Cyrano,
Gone.
no.
Gone.
oh well.
Annie, Ligma?
Yeah, so Cyrano is bolting.
I guess you could try to catch me, Britannica, because you could probably reach me, but
yeah,
I'm just
Britannica's
I am
flight
just taking off in a
speed
shot.
is significant. So I mean, she'd be able to keep
Okay.
up with you and like spot you and stuff like that until you go to
Okay, I
ground
think
or whatever. But
I'm gonna follow him then. Or if I can snatch him, I'll try to snatch him. If I can't, then I'm just gonna follow
I
him.
mean, if you want to try to snatch him, that's a thing.
wanna
If you
try
want
to
to try
snatch
to
him.
swoop down and grapple the rat,
Yeah, do I get
whether or not he's going to be susceptible to that or not is up to him, I guess.
okay.
Only
that's on
he
the
knows
first
how he
page, right?
feels.
Grapple, there it is.
Wow.
Oh, fudge.
20.
Yeah, look at that 20.
Wow.
I just got like a 20, I guess. So I grappled him really good.
Natural 20!
Yeah, so you got a DC of 32, Cyrano.
What am I rolling?
A
Grapple.
grapple.
Grapple check.
It has to be grapple? Okay.
Yeah. Because basically she is rushing down and grabbing you and trying to pull
Swooping
you
up
into
like
the
an
air.
eagle. Just
How
and
close are
you've
they to
gotta-
the camp?
All
Because
right, no problem. Here we go.
there's a giant.
Oh, I did it!
124! I expect that to be a lie of sorts.
Hey, dice don't lie, guys. You see it, 124. I'm off.
It rolled.
You wanna
It
check
actually
those
rolled
macros?
1d20, but then it added the modifier of 106.
Oh, how did
That's
what?
so weird. Check his sheet. Shaggy, hurry.
No,
check his sheet.
his sheet is normal. That's the strange thing. There's nothing.
Oh, I guess I
Don't
get away.
you dare. Don't you dare.
Yeah, you try to grab hold of him, and he basically, with one finger, just goes flick, and you go, ooh!
No, I rolled an 18 plus 6, so 24
Why
is what
did
I
it
rolled.
roll 106?
Because I added 100 to my miscellaneous
'cause he
modifier.
added-
Oh, you asshole.
Of course he did.
Oh, that was me thinking that the macro was broken. What
Don't
a
you
jerk.
ever believe him or trust him, you fool.
Oh, that's so funny.
No, I cheated.
Okay.
Little rat, you dirty
I
rat.
rolled a 24 total.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
in that case, then Britannica is successfully grabbing hold of you with a grapple.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to bring him back to the group.
Okay, so you're going to just pull him up into the air.
You
He
are
doesn't
not-
weigh much, and with your strength, that's not going to be a problem.
Shut up! You're not going anywhere. Get back
I'm
over
gonna be
here.
wiggling.
Zardas,
I mean,
how you doing,
wiggling.
I will drop you.
Please
I will drop you from great height. You will not survive.
do it, I dare you.
Oh my God, Annie, help! Please, can you do something to calm him?
I'm gonna try to start like biting your arm.
Okay. Go ahead.
Wow.
Make a melee attack. You can bite for D4.
You so rude.
Heck yeah, I'm biting for D4.
Let me check. Actually, you might be able to bite for more than that.
Oh, 21.
Oh, you bit me, Charlie. You bit me.
Ouch, Charlie. Yeah. So you do realize that there's other complications that come with that, right?
Oh wait, I can pass it off.
So
Oh God.
What the fuck?
So your bite,
fucking
well, first of all,
Wait,
your
no, I could
bite,
pass it off.
your bite
course,
is
that's how it's
1d6 damage. So go ahead and bite 1d6.
Oh, why did it roll?
So he bit you for 5. Did that?
But I have damage reduction.
I was about to say, did that break your damage reduction?
No, it didn't.
In that case, you're okay.
You're fine. See,
He chunks down on you, but your super tough and angel skin will stop that from happening. Yes, no weredivers. No weredivers.
Ow, take this little shit. I can't carry him anymore. He bit me.
Wait, so if he rolled a 6,
Yeah.
It would have penetrated.
well, but you could roll a con save, and you have a pretty high con save, I imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah, you probably would have been okay.
So
I didn't, so that's why I failed.
When you fly over, I'm basically looking at Annie, like, where she was bitten and grabbed, and I'm just saying, are you okay?
I drop him down.
You scared me when you grabbed.
Are you dropping me? Well, I do what rats do when they're dropped. They just spread. You know what I mean? They just spread eagle to try to slow down.
No, are you going to drop him? And if so, how far
Into the
off
hole?
ground?
I'm gonna drop him on Alekma. Like,
Why? What?
Uh-oh.
don't let him get away.
Here comes another little bite.
Please.
So, Alekma, if she's dropping me on you, you're going to see me coming at you like this.
Get
Like-
control of him.
Like Count
Flying down
Chocula.
at you.
So I'm like this to Annie, like.
Use your staff. Put it in his little rat mouth.
Okay,
Oh.
so
jeez.
how high off the ground is he when you're
I'll
dropping
hold
him?
my shield up in front of
I'm
him.
not far. I'm not far.
Okay, so not enough to like hurdle him.
No.
It's not like going.
I don't want to hurt. I don't really care about Cyrano, but I don't want to hurt Alekma. So it's more of just like a.
Yeah, I
Oh,
mean,
you just
you know,
throwing a were rat at me.
130-pound were rat dropping on his
You're
head.
a big
probably
boy.
hurt.
You can handle your
Okay.
stones.
I got tumble.
Alright, so yeah, so Alekma, so yeah, as she kind of swoops in and is like basically screaming catch, you see Rat Boy falling from directly above you. What do you want to do?
And I look real bitey.
So this is going to get really awkward because seeing that, my instinct would be to shuck whoever's landing on me off of me. The problem is there's a hole right fucking there, so I probably would go "Whoa," over my shoulder, so the rat boy would go into the hole.
So you
Well, would I?
basically wish to attempt to
If
throw him
I-
into the hole.
I would attempt to get him not on me into behind me, which in this instance is the hole.
Okay, alright, so if that's what you're gonna do, your action,
Just playing hot potato. with him.
basically,
Cyrano playing this.
you're gonna
place
give me a
wild.
grapple.
Okay, yeah, you're in trouble because I'm a Goliath, so.
Yep. But as you're not actually holding on to him,
Yeah,
I'm going to give him a tumble to control where he falls.
fair enough.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, you know, because you're like grabbing him like this. So you're grabbing him, but then you're hurling him.
Right.
So I would say with a 25, you're more than capable of grabbing a small rat boy and chucking him in the direction you wish. But he has a tumble against
Because
that.
I don't want to be grabbed.
With a
This tumble's
33,
amazing,
so yeah, you can tumble to the ground to the left of the hole and not go in it.
Okay, then I'm off again in that same direction.
Damn it,
Like
Alekma.
I'm gone.
What are we gonna do? He's just running around in the night. He's gonna bite everything.
Like
You're supposed to catch him.
it's just, I'm just all over the place.
Annie, can you calm him? Can you do anything?
I mean, if he's not hurting people, you know.
He literally just bit me. He is trying to hurt people.
You threw him at me.
Right, but because he bit me.
But
You want him to just run around? What about the people over there?
All we have to
Well, you
do
ran
is
that
tie
way.
him back up. We just have to
Okay.
tie him back up.
Go
He'll be
tell
okay.
him that he just needs to be tied back up. Let me know how
Yeah,
it
you go
goes.
tell him that.
All right.
You go have
See-
that reasonable conversation with the fleeing rat boy.
Cyrano? Cyrano,
I'm Jane. I'm gone.
where are you?
He's just
I'm
running.
I've already run away.
He's basically
As
every
soon as I-
round he is sprinting, right?
As soon as I hit the ground where I wanted to go, I immediately just kept going in that direction.
Oh my god.
So
Just
yeah,
don't get him again, and I'll have a rope ready. Don't throw him on us this time.
I have a
Oh
rope
my
hanging from the tree with a noose ready.
If he bites me and turns me into that terrible thing, I am going.
Oh, you think? Yeah,
I'm gonna
you
zoom
think
after
he's
him.
bad as a rat?
Brit, I
Imagine if Brit's rat has wings.
Hey, Gore,
Flying were rats. Yeah.
is there like a bush around me somewhere?
There's not bushes. It's mostly like large rocks and things like that.
Is there something that would give me cover from the air that I could duck into or?
I would say
break,
this huge big rock over here, it looks like it has some crevices and stuff in it. Give me a successful hide roll.
Yeah, because that's what I would do. I'd scurry
And
like a rat again.
Okay, so you're
I'm going under
basically
the
hiding.
oven. I'm going under the oven is where I'm going.
And whatever your hide roll is, that will be Britannica's DC spot.
Let's go.
Okay, so if you want to find him, you're going to need
Your
a
spot's
spot
good, though.
check of
I have a
26.
good spot.
You have a good spot check.
The tomfoolery knows it. Nope.
Ah!
Okay, yeah. So you're zooming off, and it's like as you're soaring through the air, looking. But there is no rat boy to be seen. He appears to have somewhere. He's either. I mean, bearing in mind it's night. You have excellent vision.
So do
But
I,
it's
though.
still
now.
dark.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, he could be anywhere. I mean, he ran off so fast. So, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna fly back to the others and just tell them, well, he's gone. I hope you're happy.
And off I go again.
All right, so you're going to scurry off from there?
I'm just bounding out.
Okay.
I just want to be free. I don't really have like a target in mind.
Yeah, so
I'm
it's
just like,
not like you're circling back around to murder anybody or anything.
No,
You're just
no,
trying
no.
to get away and explore
Go
your new
explore.
rat.
I'm trying to get in touch with my new wild side.
Take a walk on the wild side.
Yeah.
Britt, is it really the worst thing that could happen if he just runs around?
Well, if he bites people like he just attempted to do to me,
Yeah, but you did grab him.
what if someone thinks he's a terrible monster, which he is, and they try to kill him?
Well, he's not only a terrible monster, he's also Cyrano.
If we ran into him, we would kill him, right?
Well, I mean, I can change into other animals. If I did without you knowing, would you just
No.
automatically attack me?
Not knowing that it's Cyrano. I'm talking about just some other group of adventurers on the road, which I assume exist in this world as well. We're not the only ones.
Nope, that's it.
If
You're the
we
only one.
ran into a were-rat on the road looking all crazy and manic, we would try to kill it, wouldn't we? He would. I would.
Didio has a point.
I
So-
would try to talk to it, but that's just me.
Right, and then he would bite you and you would kill it. Annie, we have to be really... He's not safe out there.
Well, what you're saying is that things around him isn't safe.
No. Well, yes, that too, but also if he tries to attack anything, they might try to attack him and he's all alone and clearly out of his mind. You're not worried about that?
Yeah.
You think he can just wander around and be
Great
fine?
idea.
What?
Cheese! I have
I
cheese!
pop up right behind you. Did you say cheese? No, not really. I'm gone.
Yes, he knows we have snacks and food.
Lexma pulls out this ginormous
Oh,
mousetrap that he
Just a
made.
giant wheel.
I really thought that would work. No more ideas.
That's it.
Well,
Okay.
I mean,
Fly around and look for him. I could get on my horse, look around for him, but that's
So
elsewise.
rats
he's
like
gonna run
water.
and wander around.
And you guys had traveled kind of in this direction quite a few hours this afternoon before you camped from the river. He's kind of going in that direction. So I'm going to say that after scurrying through rocks and, heading in that direction, you will eventually find your way naturally back to the river and the water. So that's kind of where you're at. It probably takes you a good couple of hours to get there. But unless you're actively going to do anything beyond that you can think that you want to do, eventually after having a swim and maybe killing a few other river-dwelling smaller rodents and things like that, you'll probably eventually get tired and crawl underneath a bush or tree, and that's where you'll wake up in the morning.
Okay.
So the rest of you, what are you doing tonight? knowing full well that somewhere out there is Teen Rat.
Well, do we warn the other people that there's a were-rat running around before we try to sleep?
I think the best thing we can do is have a watch out for them and just wait until morning when he changes back and then try to fix him.
Okay, well, I'm not feeling the best, but if you want to give me a little bump, I can stay up and keep watch.
Like, oh my god, look at this green stuff in my
What do you
car.
mean a bump?
Yeah,
Like-
you
like
guys
one of
hold him
your-
right now?
Like one of your little, your little
Yeah.
Me up.
feely,
I will be casting Cure Moderate.
Okay. 15. There you go.
Okay.
That'll take care of your acid. All right.
Yeah, you do look like you need a bath. Green Ecker.
Yes.
Green Acre is the stuff for you.
Yes, but I'm gonna go to sleep, get my beauty sleep.
Okay. Are you sleeping here still? Or do you want to go back to the camp?
I'd actually return to the camp so I could be there if he does go on a were-rat.
Okay.
killing spree.
Are you going back to the camp with or without wings?
Without. Although I think they've seen my wings, but
They have, yep.
yeah. So
Alrighty. And Annie, are you also going back to the camp, or are you going to stay here by the big hole all by yourself?
Oh, thank you.
I do
I'll
want
go
to
back
I do
camp.
want to perch up on top of the wagon if I can, if there's like a surface for me
Okay,
up there
yep.
before I unwing.
Sure, that's fine. Okie dokie. Yeah, so you head all the way south back to where the other 3 sleeping conscripts are in the back. Corporal Rushing and the 2 soldiers from Middenhill Keep are quietly resting. I mean, you guys were a good way north of there, so they didn't really hear or even... And they can't see... None of them can see in the dark. So they probably were not really aware of all of what was happening before, so... Okay. Yep, well, morning in that case then. Morning will come as the sun rises. And at that point, Corporal Rushing will say, right then, let's go ahead and make haste to Middenhill Keep. We should be there by mid-afternoon. Everybody climb on. We've
guys,
got
are
some
we-
dry rations for breakfast if anybody's hungry.
Did you hear anything last night?
No, a few wolves in the distance, but that's about it. Why?
Really? Nothing. I'm gonna hop on.
I'm just gonna check for something, and I'm gonna wing up, and I'm gonna try to fly over to our little area. And see
Okay.
if I can see any signs of Cyrano coming back to
Yeah,
where we were.
I think you'd see me like, just kind of like almost like I'm
All
hungover, kind of
hungover.
like just kind of making my way back to camp with my 2 swords just dragging in my hands behind me. So I'm like,
Well, there you
What
There you
happened?
I'm gonna look up and see your wings. Like, hi, I'm here. I'm here.
Great. Get back to the wagon, and I'm gonna fly back.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm coming.
She's not even going to carry you back. She's going to make you
no.
walk.
Well, I think that would make me sick. So I'm like, So I would
Oh,
make
it'll
my
make
way
you
back.
sick. In that case, I do pick it
Like,
up.
well, prepare to get barfed on.
I don't want to get bit or barfed.
Okay.
So yeah, I make my way back to the carriage and just kind of like climb up in it and plop myself down. Hey, everyone. Now, Gord, do I remember what happened, right? Because I
So
don't get
for
fully taken
you,
over.
yes, you do remember what happened.
Okay.
You do have a memory of it. I mean, it's kind of like you obviously, you give in to the compulsions, but you do have recollection of what you got up to.
Yeah, I kind of imagine like it's almost like a dream that I half remember. Like I get it, but there are parts where that more
Yeah, it's probably
instinctual-
pretty hazy, and you're not entirely
Yeah.
sure why you did
Yeah.
half the things you did, but
Yeah. Hey, did I'm gonna look at the guards and see that no one's really injured. Like, did we we get up to it last night a bit. I'll kind of say to my group.
I'm not speaking to you. I might turn around.
Yes, and we can fill you in, but Britt.
No, I remember.
Danica,
Yes.
maybe you could try that thing you tried the other day and didn't work again. It's a new day, you know.
I don't know
Cyrano?
if
Wait.
If I want to.
No, we're not going to have that attitude, by the way, Britannica.
What's wrong with you?
I'm going
Well,
to
we
turn
know
what's
to
wrong with- I mean,
Cyrano.
Alekma, tell him he knows what's wrong with me.
We can attempt to cure him, you know, of his affliction.
Yeah. I'm going to turn to Cyrano, and I'm going to place a hand on his shoulder, and I'm casting Owl's Wisdom.
Oh,
So he
On
gets a plus
Cyrano?
4 in hand.
Ooh.
Yeah. He
Okay.
gets plus 4
And-
bonus to Wisdom.
oh,
Well played. I would also be casting a
This
spell on
help.
Cyrano too.
Ooh.
well, what a wonderful idea you just gave me, Miss Annie Sinclair. Well, this is wonderful. This feels fantastic.
Okay, so that gives you a +1 competency bonus, which will stack with the +4 wisdom
Great.
because there are 2 different bonuses.
So I'm even smarter now.
No, you're wiser.
I take out my corn cob pipe and just.
You're more wiserer. More wiserer.
Wiserer.
Okay, so with a +4 wisdom, what is your wisdom now?
Not high. It is.
I'll
Let's
say.
see. So mad. My will save. Is that what you're looking for?
Yeah, what would it boost your will save up to?
It would boost it up to a 7 plus 7.
And a competency bonus of +1.
So plus 8.
So you will have a +8
Ooh, okay.
willpower save. And the DC is 20, so I'm assuming that what you guys are basically doing is Britannica is going to attempt to do the remove curse ability thing. Okay, then
Yes.
which you can do. You don't need a priest for that. You're an angel. Shit, you figured it out finally. But yeah, you've got a DC 20 will save to make, so you have a +8. Now, do you guys wish to do this on top of this wagon with the guards and everybody else present, or is this something that perhaps you'd
Look.
like to do?
She's an angel. I say we just get it out of the way right now. Let them have questions, but we're awesome. So
Oh, that's all. I like the new
We're
Tweety.
just, they've already seen the wings, so we've lost all, like...
also my guidance only
Go
lasts
ahead
a
and
minute.
save that.
The second I cast it, I'm like, go.
Do I have to?
Yes.
He did try to bite me.
All the more reason to do it.
Oh, I did.
Yes, you did.
All
I
the
know you
better to
remember it.
Bite you with, my
I
dear.
remember parts. But the biting, though it would,
Oh, the biting.
the biting, but I guess it would explain your
It's the
apparent
biting.
candor towards me at the moment. So,
You're
Danica,
so obnoxious no matter what you are.
Okay.
mea culpa, 1,000 times mea culpa.
So here's the thing.
Apologize.
Yep. I mean, you got a +8. So it's a pretty good. I mean, it's a hell of a lot better shot than you normally get.
Absolutely.
And you do still have an inspiration point if you want to use it.
I'm using it.
So you
Cool.
can basically get.
Team Rat
2
was fun
cracks
for a
at it.
minute, but that might get a little exhausting after a while.
Do I need to roll the curse, remove curse first, or does he?
No, you don't. I mean, it's basically a spell-like ability for you, right?
Yeah, I just didn't know if there was like a
No,
certain.
you
check
don't
I
have
needed
to
also
succeed.
do.
It, you will successfully cast the spell. It's whether
Okay.
or not he has it within him to kind of embrace it and exorcise the demons.
Okay.
All right. So, if you're
I'm
going to
ready.
use your
I'm using it. This is
okay,
this is
okay,
big.
let's go ahead and say bye-bye to the let's see.
You got this.
Come on, Matt.
1 second.
We got this. We got it, boys.
All right.
Girls.
So.
And everything else.
Yeah, so basically it's the equivalent of doing this. So you get to roll it 2 times.
Okay.
The odds are pretty good in your favor. But this is how we roll. So go for it.
Yep, I'm gonna do one at a time
D20
just
plus
to
8, and you need a total of 20 or higher.
build the suspense. We're gonna do it a little. We're gonna do one by one.
Oh!
Yeah.
Alrighty.
No suspense there.
What would your other roll have been?
Let's see.
Ooh,
Ooh, okay.
That was failed. There you go. Okay.
You're like, you know what I mean? Like I start freaking out.
Alrighty.
Slapping him around.
Yeah.
So
Get
with
this curse out of you.
yeah, so Chris Tactics does her stuff, and I mean, Chris Tactics, you will feel kind of like a negative energy, like being pulled out of his body.
No.
And you will kind of feel like this huge, sudden relief, like you've been so wound up and tight and angry and agitated lately that suddenly all of that just like flushes itself from your body. You just feel so much better.
Is that me or Matt?
That would be Matt. Yeah, so you'll feel
yeah.
the negative energy like pulling it out of him.
Okay.
And then he'll feel like this huge relief as this horrific entity that was living inside of him is pulled free.
I think it worked.
Really? It felt very different than it did last time.
Do you feel less ratty? Hold her some cheese.
I'm gonna look at the guards and the people around, just their expressions.
Well, there's only on the top, so the conscripts are inside, so they're not seeing it. The other two guides, the two guards at the back, are both just kind of turned, because they're sitting with their feet like hanging over the edge, but they're just turned, looking at each other and looking at you like, what the hell is just going on? Corporal Rushing, several times as you're doing all this, is, what's going on back there then? What are you doing? What's all this?
Oh, he's just hungover. We're just getting him better.
Yes, a home remedy.
He
I know
drinks a lot of
spell.
mead.
If it works, let me
Oh, yes.
do the thing.
The
And
thing.
yeah, and I wiggle my fingers and I cast detect evil on the whole area.
Okay. Yeah.
what
He.
feels like.
You no longer get that strange, sickly feeling that you were getting emanating from Cyrano so much anymore.
I'm not sick anymore.
But the corporal is evil.
Yeah.
So then
It's
the
just
corporal
like,
goes.
oh no, the ox
Does
is
anybody
terrible.
emanate Of evil.
Yeah, the
and-
oxen is the evilest of all bulls.
Oh yeah. Okay. I think it worked.
He's not evil anymore.
No.
All right.
So now he's just an asshole on purpose.
No, Britt.
Yeah.
I think laws of nature.
Mm-hmm.
I
No,
think
he's
you
just an
should
asshole.
bite him now.
What? Ew, no.
That's how you teach children not to
Eye
bite.
for
You bite
an
them
eye?
back.
I don't know where he's
I
been
for
all
an
night.
eye.
I don't know where he's been all night. I don't want
You don't want to bite me.
to. Don't want to put
Yeah,
my
I
mouth
mean,
anywhere on him at all.
He definitely does look kind of dirty, damp, bedraggled,
I
and
figured.
filthy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
no. You can bite him, Alekma.
he's been rolling around in the river mud, so.
If
That's
that sounds enticing to you, you go right ahead. I'll let you have one.
No, I don't go for long pig.
Long pig.
But that's good.
I feel lighter.
Mm-hmm.
I feel less heavy, which is lighter, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Same thing.
You'll
Yeah,
feel
right,
pretty
right.
full.
Do you want to describe it in another way? That's exactly what you just said.
I probably could if I wanted to. Yes.
Yeah, you probably ate some pretty disgusting stuff last night.
Yeah, I probably did.
Mm-hmm.
I like pick out a little tiny bone from in between my teeth. I don't know what this goes to.
Weasel.
I know what this is. Animal survival check. No, but I feel way different than the last couple times you tried that on me. So I guess tonight
Okay.
we'll see.
It sounds like maybe it worked.
All right.
It did. I gotta tell you though,
So-
it was pretty fun for a minute there.
So
So
you might have something else you want to say. Maybe directed towards maybe someone who I mean, you said you felt great,
She
right?
wants
You
you
feel
to say
Yes.
thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Annie, thank you so much. I very much
Excuse
appreciate
me.
You're
that.
welcome.
Alegma, thank you for having the faith in me and bestowing me with the courage.
Well, we all could use a little guidance, but I believed in you all along.
Of course. Ah! Britannica. My sweet Britannica.
Mhm.
Thank you for freeing me of those
I'm gonna look to the other guards.
shackles of evilness from drink. Thank you. All right.
Did that so badly, but all right.
Well, I'm trying
fine.
to not say thanks for clearing me of being a were-rat.
That's all I needed.
Jeez.
Where ratteries.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Truly, it was a group effort. Thank you to all of you. I feel much better. I apologize if I did anything that was not in my power to control.
Hmm.
It wasn't my fault. I didn't mean to do it. I think that's maybe the second time now that I've done something to one of you that out of my control. I hope you understand. But I remember doing like a flip off that tree and taking out one of those things like by myself. That's pretty cool.
So, do you want to be a rat again?
No,
we
I'm
can
just
find
saying.
you another one.
That's just why I'm saying it was fun for a minute because I kind of, you know,
Yes,
maybe, and
it was.
maybe
What's in your
moving
bubble?
forward.
Thank you for the sub. 22 months.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Maybe moving forward, I'll take some things of what I've learned and add them to my strategies. I'm always trying to find new styles, much like martial arts. That was rat style. Maybe I'll start incorporating that into some of my strategies.
Random scampering in the night.
Rat
Correct.
style.
Yes,
Okay, good.
drunken
good luck with
rat,
that.
right?
Drunken rat.
Drunken rat.
Drunken rat style.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. Well, I think that's a good place for us to take a quick short break. In the pretty much late afternoon, in the middle of all this kind of open terrain, you can see one huge, big, raised, rocky cliff centerpiece, almost like a butte, if you know what a butte is. One of those weird, like, mini mountains that just appear in the middle of places they really shouldn't be. It has been leveled off, it has been flattened, and from here you can see a large fortified stone keep has been erected on the top of it. As you kind of get closer to it, Corporal Russian says, "There it is. That's Middenhill Keep. That's the last civilized bastion between those dangerous and foreboding-looking mountains over there and Gartindale. This will be your new homes for the next 6 or so months, or however long you've been conscripted for."
Looks good.
And with that, you continue getting closer and closer to it. You get eventually to the base of it, where you can see painstakingly large rocks and boulders have been kind of like laid at the base of it to create a ramp and a makeshift kind of rolling log pathway leading up to what appears to be a small fortified gatehouse can be seen. Once you get to the top of the gatehouse, a couple of guards wearing the same livery and uniform as the guards that are on the back of the coach look down, and upon seeing that it is Corporal Russian, they wave, and he just points with his thumb and says, "New conscripts! 7 of them this time." "Oh, aye. Hold on then." And you hear like the grinding of chain as they slowly begin to lift up the portcullis as it kind of like pulls you further and further and up into the centerpiece. There's a small tower is kind of directly in front of you as you rear around the corner towards the main keep. He points past that to two kind of large L-shaped dwellings that have stone walls around the back and the sides, and a reinforced iron fencing and large gatehouse at the front. He says, "That's where you'll be staying. That's where the conscripts are. That's the barracks." Let me go ahead and let's get you guys a little closer, shall we?
Okay.
There we go. All right. They continue to drive the wagon up to the entryway to the keep itself. You guys on this map?
Yes.
Then you're
Yep.
here. Okay. As it begins to kind of go around the corner between the gates to the left, the first thing you notice is up ahead of you, you can hear some groaning and moaning. Like laying outside the stable, you can see 4 guards. One is kind of like leaning up, clutching his arm against the wall. Another one is kind of laying on his sides, propping himself up, and clearly has a bandaged leg. 2 others look like in worse condition, are laying on basically blankets on the ground. A peasant girl is kind of standing there holding a large bucket full of water and fresh rags, while what looks like a gentleman in kind of white, simple clothing, which has like a blazoned sword on the right-hand breast, is kind of leaning down and tending to one of the injured and wounded individuals.
Oh, wait. Can we stop?
As soon as
help
seeing
them?
that, yeah, he literally does just stop, and Corporal Rushing leaps off of the cart and rushes over to where those people are.
Okay. I'm gonna in turn hop off and walk briskly over there
Okay.
to.
Feeling a lot lighter and kind of not indebted to the group, but more of like I kind of feel guilty of me being a rat for the last couple of days. I'll kind of hop off and come over to Annie as well.
Is there anything I can do to help?
So as soon as you get over there, Corporal Rushing's like, "Well, what happened?" The young man that's dressed in the white, he says, "This was the vanguard. They've only just made it back." "Vanguard? What happened?" "A large consortium of trolls came down from the hills and were marching in this direction. They mobilized the guard and the yeomanry and marched out to face them. It was an ambush. There were way more trolls than we were originally expecting. We lost quite a few good men, including 2 of our curates, I'm afraid, both dead, and one of the wizards that came with us.
What?
He died too. The second wizard, he was gravely injured, but he is still alive. Bishop Moradane is tending to the rest of the troops that made it back in the first wave over at the barracks. I'm doing my best here to tend to these poor souls that just made it back alive themselves. They were some of the brave few that stayed behind so that everybody else can make a hasty retreat."
The wizards. Which one died? Where's the other one?
The younger man, Benandoon, he unfortunately was deceased. Corley Athander, he's upstairs, resting.
No. What about Senerind?
Senerind. I don't know that name.
Wait, what?
I don't know that name. And if you'll excuse me, I've got wounded to attend to. I have little information. If you want to know more, I'd suggest you head inside and talk to Lieutenant Gallowitz or Captain Van Zant.
I can help. I can help heal, though. Do you need help?
If you possess healing skills, then yes, please. I myself am only an acolyte. I have limited abilities.
Right. Do you not have a healer in the battlefield?
If you heard what I'd said, we did. We have Bishop Moradane, who is tending to those over at the barracks right now. But we also had 2 curates with us, both of which died earlier today in the troll attacks. Unfortunately, right now, that leaves just myself and Bishop Moradane.
Right. I'll meet you all inside. I'm just gonna help out for just a second.
Okay. With that, Corporal Rushing looks at you and says, "Oh, well, we'll probably need to get you over to the barracks then. Get you squared away." What's the matter, cat? Got your tongue?
Yeah, no, no, we need to see the wizard as soon as possible.
Rat got your tongue?
Wizard.
Sorry.
Yes, one of your wizards.
Well, apparently, from what he's saying, we've only got one wizard left.
Well, then...
This is most irregular, but, I suppose we should go inside and talk to Captain Van Zant, find out exactly what happened.
Sure, I mean, yes, lead the way.
Alright. Well, with that, they're going to go ahead and move that over here. Alright, so Corporal Rushing will lead you in through the front door. And Annie, you said you're staying outside?
Yeah, I'll stay behind for a little while to help heal the dying people.
All right, and the rest of you then, I guess, are going inside.
Yeah, I'm no help out here. I went to see if I could help, but this is kind of out of my
Okay.
wheelhouse.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So you walk in. As you walk inside, it is a very warm and cozy keep. There's a huge, big, roaring stone fire to your right. A large table is sitting out in front of you, and a huge suckling pig looks like it's recently just been placed down as they're carving knives and sitting down as a various different group of people gathered around it. At the head of one table, wearing kind of a red, like a red cloak, and also wearing kind of a badge of office that probably recommends and shows that he is in command, is one gentleman. Someone else with a similar badge, although with less stripes on it, is at the far end of the table. And then gathered around them, there are 3 other individuals that don't look like they're necessarily dressed in the same sort of uniform. Corporal Rushing walks in and comes immediately to attention and says, Lieutenant Gallowitz, Captain Van Zant, we've brought some conscripts, but these 3 insisted on coming inside and talking to you. Seem to want to talk to one of our resident wizards. And he kind of looks over and he says, "Very well, as you were. Yes, sir. If you don't mind, I'm going to go outside and help take a look at the men. I understand that there was a troll attack." "You understand very well. It is one of the worst incursions that we have seen of late. I'm glad that you brought conscripts, and I hope that you brought many, because we lost almost a third of our number today." Not that many, sir, but we did bring 7 new conscripts, and 4 of which do seem to be rather a cut above the rest, these 3 being 3 of them. Another one is actually outside as we speak, assisting with healing. Turns out that she's sort of a bit of a healer herself. Well, we lost half of our healers today too, so that's a welcome sight. Well, as you were, and he excuse me, sir, and nods to all of you and heads off outside to watch eagerly over the healing of his men. Alright, we're going to deal with that outside first. So, Annie St. Clair, what do you want to do?
All right. So it looks like there's 4 men out here that are.
2 of them
in
seem to be
trouble.
wounded, but minorly. The other 2, the ones that are laying down, look like they've got much more severe wounds.
Yeah.
They have bodily wounds as opposed to one's arm and one's leg.
Yeah, so I'll lean down, like, it's gonna be okay, don't worry, and I'll start with a heal check to kind of assess their
Okay. Go ahead.
problems. Okay. Great.
All right.
12.
Yeah, I mean, all of them. So the 2 that are laying down, both of them. One of them looks like the one that's kind of laying face down. Looks like his shoulder was was hit with something very large and heavy.
Mm-hmm.
You can see kind of blood is soaked out from underneath the plate mail on his shoulder. The other that's laying on his front, that's kind of like almost in like with a raised leg position. Again, they have got cloth pressed on his left side, which is all bloodied. So both of these look like they've taken severe wounds. Both look like it was like blunt force trauma, crushing type wounds.
Okay. So I'm going to take like a cloth out of my bag and first lay it on the shoulder and just be like, by the power of Goddess Myris, I bless thee with healing and the ability of health.
The ability of health. And the ability to not be so hurt.
And the healing of health.
The ability of health.
Oh my god, someone please quote that.
Oh, and I
Greatest prayer.
can.
Myra says, like hell with that sort of prayer.
Sorry,
You're getting
Myra's-
nothing, Missy. No,
Rat's got my tongue today.
the rat's got your tongue.
Ah, she said it.
Oh, I didn't hear that though. Never mind.
So that was what, a healing cantrip, 1 point, right?
And I do healing touch, and for him, I'll heal 10 points.
Okay. Alrighty. Yep, he is significantly better.
And then I'll go to the other one and put the cloth over where it got smashed again. Like, let me try this again. Goddess Myris, I ask thee to bless this man with health and happiness.
Happiness.
And then I tried it.
It's hard to
Healing-
find.
Healing touch again for also 10 hit points.
Okay. All right. Well, the young acolyte looks in disbelief and says, "And I thought our prayers were somewhat simplistic and rather bland. But there's no denying the effectiveness of your abilities. You did far more than I could. I had
I
already
can do a longer prayer if you want me to. I just thought you wanted to be healed quickly.
Here. Next. We very much appreciate your efforts.
How many trolls were out there?
I did not see. I was as he's talking, the one that's kind of sitting down, that's just like got the wounded leg. He just says 27. 7 at first.
Oh my god.
A small raiding party.
Is that normal?
No, it's not normal. It's preposterous. I've been here at the keep for nigh on 3 years. Up until the last few weeks, we had no such skirmishes of any such size. Mostly it's just been, a few goblin raiding parties here, a few orcs that get a little bit too big for their britches, but we've always been able to push them back to the mountains and keep them safe. Stop them from going down to Gartindale. But this was different. They knew we were coming. They lured us out, 7 of them, into an ambush. And once the battle started, they started coming from both flanks, from the left, from the right.
That's horrible. I'm so sorry.
Well, everybody was told to retreat, but as is our creed, we always leave a vanguard. We were that vanguard, us and 4 brave others. Those 4 never made it off the battlefield alive. We did, by the very graceful blessings of Mayaheen. And Myris, of course.
Oh, thank you. Well, I salute your bravery in the battlefield, and I hope we can be of some service here. We are quite strong, me and my party. I mean, against 27 trolls, I don't know, but perhaps we can outsmart them some way.
Well, we had a garrison of close to 40 men here as of bright and early this morning.
Oh.
A lot of those have died today. We've lost a good third of our number. If we'd have stayed and tried to fight, we'd have probably lost a good deal more. Have you ever fought a troll, miss? They don't die. You can kill them, but they don't die!
They can die. I have fought a troll before. You have to cut the head clean off, and you have to burn everything.
Well, so we were told. That young wizard that was with us, Benandoon. That's what he did. Raised his hands out in front of him, and flame shot from his fingers time and time again. Right up until one of them hurled a large rock and it struck him. He fell to the ground. Another grabbed him and picked him up. Tore one of his arms clean from his socket.
Oh!
And then proceeded to club him to death with it.
Oh. That is very graphic. I think I need to go sit down from that.
I'm sorry, miss. You have to understand it was quite the ordeal.
Right. I'll let everyone know about this and we'll come up with a better plan than being ambushed by them, okay? We'll ambush them.
Okay.
I'm gonna go inside.
All right. Well, while that's been going on, before you enter, so you guys are all in there.
Yeah.
And they've done their kind of brief introductions. This man at the end of this table stands up and kind of looks at you as he carves a slice of pork off of this suckling pig, and then sticks a 2-pronged fork in it and takes a huge chunk off of it and says, "You'll forgive the pleasantries, Captain Van Zandt. The end of the table there, that's Lieutenant Gallowitz."
Nice to meet you. My name is Alekma Valukanathi.
He just kind of looks at you and nods.
I'm Britannica. Hello.
I'm Cyrano de Yam!
Sorry about him.
Sorry about me.
All right. He says, "What's this about wizards? One of our wizards died today. Clubbed to death by a troll."
I'm so sorry. What was their name?
The wizard that was clubbed to death was a young wizard by the name of Benandoon.
Yes, I am so sorry for that loss. Oh, I'm sorry. There was a second wizard, you said?
Aye.
What was their name?
Call a Thunder. He's
Is he old?
upstairs. Resting.
That can't be accurate. We had it on good authority that there was a wizard by the name of Senerind here.
That's not a name that I've come to know.
But the obelisks told us.
I don't know about these obelisks. All I can tell you is...
Legma.
What?
He might be using an alias or something.
Yeah, maybe he's not saying his real name. Remember, he's being like chased or followed.
Well, that was the imp demons. I'm saying this out loud. I have no filter.
Yeah, I mean, trust me, with everything that they've been through the last few weeks, they're not in shock by any of this.
Maybe we can go visit the resting wizard and debrief them.
Maybe he knows Senrend.
Maybe to find out more what happened in the battle and pay our respects.
Quite honestly, I don't see what that's any of your concern. You're conscripts. You've got other things to attend to. We've already talked to him as much as we could. Bishop Mordain was going to attend to him, but he insisted that Mordain go and take care of the more seriously injured, and he said that his wounds would wait. He just needed some rest. So I think it's fair to say that we can at least honour such a brave man's request and leave him at peace for a while.
We have a special healer that could maybe
Was already out there.
See to his needs. So maybe we could just, let him know that and see if he maybe wants to meet with us.
Well, I'm sure whenever we take him up a plate of food in a little while, we'll see if he's interested.
We could take the food.
Again, you're conscripts.
No,
That's not something they do.
No, we're actually not conscripts.
Well, then what the hell are you here for?
To see the wizard.
To
Yes,
see
we've been off to see the wizard.
You came all this way just to intrude to visit a wizard who's up here battling for the safety of the lower down towns.
We're trying to help, and we're getting information to be able to do that more efficiently.
What she said.
What I said.
You're going to have to elaborate more, because for right now, I'm very tempted to have Sergeant Slade over there drag you out of here by the scruff of your neck and hurl you off the side of the damn cliff.
Well, that's not necessary. We're all capable bodies here, and you need them, obviously.
But you just said you're not conscripts.
Right, but we're here to help. We're just not conscripts.
We're much more than conscripts. We're conscripts with a capital C and a period at the end.
We're reconscripts. We need more information.
Wait.
Huh?
That was good. Hey.
I actually have a question geography wise.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
So when we infiltrated the orc camp and saved Nutbutt, right? Or whatever
Yeah.
There we were told that there was orcs far to the north, right? By Grimfar, I think his name was. This is like way back in our story.
Yeah.
Is this place along that path? Like there, you said
it's far to the north. I mean, they didn't specify beyond north, and they didn't say how far, and they didn't say northeast, northwest, whatever. I mean, arguably it is north. Yes.
So geographically, we're to the west of where we had been, or to the east?
You are northeast of where you were.
Northeast. Okay,
yeah.
So
you are far to the northeast of where the dwarven stronghold of Irantor and those orcs were. Yeah.
Right. Because we did a roundabout, but then we did travel. Okay.
Yep.
It's just... So I'm actually gonna say, does Grimfar the orc mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't.
Have you dealt with orcs amongst the trolls?
Amongst the trolls, no.
But
we've always had problems with orcs. But that's always been something that we can handle. These last few weeks, things have been a little bit different, as it were. Anyway, if you'll excuse me, I've lost my appetite. And he throws the meat down and gets up and kicks the table as he pushes the chair back and just starts walking towards this door.
So I'm going to call after him and be like, you're wasting a golden opportunity to solve your problems if you just acquiesce a little bit.
At that point, this gentleman stands up, the one that was the lieutenant, and just goes, raises a hand to stop you.
I do.
And he kind of goes through and slams the door loudly behind him. He says, You'll have to make allowances. It's been a very difficult day. Captain Van Sant blames himself for the death of so many of our fine men. He's not in the best of frames of mind at the moment. Perhaps maybe we can discuss things a little more civilly now he's left the room, if you don't mind. Please, why don't you take a seat?
Sure.
I can sit in his chair. And put my feet up on the table.
Okay, so when you sit in the chair, he goes and then stops. When you put your feet up on the table, the guy next to you, kind of like half with a mouthful, who's an older guy, 2 swords on his back, kind of grey hair, wearing thick, like hide armor, looks at you and says, "I suppose you were never taught any manners. Would you like to learn some now?"
Okay. I'll kind of take my feet off the table. Take it easy.
We are eating. There is food present.
You're right. My hip flexors are very sore. I was just trying to stretch them after a long ride. Making sure I'm nice and limber in case 27 trolls attack us.
27 trolls?
There's nothing more important than flexibility and limberness. Am I right?
Cyrano, shut up.
Just trying to bond with the man. Fine.
Oh, no, it's not working. It's clearly not working.
Well, step 1, get their attention.
Step
Right?
2, kill them all.
Step 2.
Britt, are you gonna sit?
You're muted if you're talking. Okay.
Okay. Is there a spot for me? Or those? Oh, that's just a bench. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big...
Yeah,
don't hit anybody with it.
I was gonna say, don't put your feet up on the table or hit anybody with this bench.
I'm
I
actually
won't hit anyone with this bench. I
About
will be
now is
very
probably when
respectful.
Annie would be coming in as well, so...
about now. I'm actually gonna stop Britt from sitting there and be like, maybe you should go on the other bench because we
What?
might break this one.
Oh, you're
okay.
gonna make like teeter-totter, too much weight on one side. Is gonna,
Okay.
We're 2 7.5 feet creatures.
I mean, you could move like a gentleman, but no problem. I guess I'll just go over here.
All right.
Well, now you're gonna. Now it's uneven for them. They're gonna go flying up on the other side.
yeah. I'm gonna have to move towards Cyrano, I guess. Make it evener.
Okay. Alrighty. Yep, so you kind of all move around. Whenever Annie walks in, all of this guy here, the older gentleman, the lieutenant, and this guy all kind of stand up to acknowledge that, she's walked into the room, and they're like, miss, kind of nod.
Thank you.
And they sit
Thank
back
you.
down.
thank you.
Oh, please, are you the one that was assisting with the healing outside? Tending to our wounded?
Yes,
Oh,
that was me.
Excellent. We're very grateful. Please, do take a seat. We were about to discuss some things.
All right. Glad I made it in time. What are we discussing?
Apparently you've not come here as conscripts, but you have come here with the intent of helping, and we were going to try to elaborate on exactly what that meant. Obviously you've helped already, because you've helped take care of some of our injured, which we're very grateful for.
Right. We are here to help. Did they not say that?
No, they did say you were here to help, but they also pointed out very clearly that you weren't conscripts, which, considering you came up here with the conscript passage, obviously threw us a little bit to the side, as it were.
Yes, Annie, we didn't exactly be our best versions of ourselves in terms of what we're here for, why.
I was
Gave-
perfectly polite.
Well, hitching a ride on a conscript wagon is not the same as being a conscript, and we didn't make that clear.
All right. Well, we are here to help. I know it
Right,
because
so
I wouldn't be here otherwise.
perhaps you can enlighten us into how you intend to help.
Well,
As I said, you've already helped my younger brother outside. The acolyte that was tending to the wounded is, in fact, my younger brother. It's my fault. He's up here, I'm afraid. But at least if he stays here and helps tend to the wounded, he's got a much more chance of survival than if he comes out with us.
Okay, I'm gonna be, and I know everyone's gonna facepalm, blunt here. All right.
Please, this is a military keep. Bluntness is appreciated.
Okay.
We really have little time to bandy words, so
We need to speak to the wizard because we are searching for an artifact that will help us in our quest, and that quest is saving the world.
I see. So once you have this, once you've talked to this wizard, you're then leaving?
Not necessarily, but that artifact will help us with helping other people, and like you. And the world.
And the world.
I know how that sounds, but it is the truth.
Well, the world is a very large place, isn't it? I wish we had the luxury of worrying about the world. We only have the luxury of worrying about Gartland, and in particular Gartingdale. That's what we're here for, to protect and defend it. That's our only job, our only task, and our only oath.
Okay, well, these strange occurrences have been... There's been more of them, correct? In recent months? Like an escalation, right?
A significant escalation in the last 3 to 4 weeks, yes.
Okay, well, my friends and I are of the belief that what we've been fighting and dealing with on the road has much to do with what's been happening here. We think it's connected because what we've been dealing with has been devils and demons.
Devils and demons.
Yes. From the plains below.
We've not dealt with anything like that.
Right, but I suspect that the things you have been fighting are in cahoots, like working with in tandem.
Believe the trolls are working with demons and devils?
Well, we encountered a band of ogres who were taking orders from them. So yes, why not? Trolls and other creatures.
Really?
It's a working theory. Guys,
a
help
theory
me
that
here.
I've certainly not heard before. As I said, creatures have been moving more south in much larger frequency and greater numbers than ever before, but we've seen no signs of demons or devils or anything like that.
Why do you think that is then, that they're coming in such number, other than some sort of force bringing them here?
Right, so as you say that, this guy who's sitting down here in this chair the entire time, who hasn't turned around or looked, all he's been doing is basically poking the fire with an iron rod. Just playing with it more than anything else. And he says, well, I'd say it's pretty damn obvious. Something's forcing them out of their natural home. When we meet them, other than them trolls, that was a little different from what I understand. But, I think something's forcing them to come south. Something bad, something nasty. He said, that's our Sergeant Slade. He is, well, he has an elite attachment, as it were, that do some things that the other conscripts don't do. They tend to go off on their own into the dark, and rather than defend and meet the enemy head on, they tend to seek it out and, well, take care of it in a different way, if that makes sense.
the more I'm thinking about it, the more I believe, especially after the ogre party that definitely was working with some devils. Also, the orc camp we infiltrated way back when and heard about plans of Grimfar and his orcs farther to the north, and this is technically north, although it's a little to the east. But I think it's all connected. I think the evil creatures of the world are consolidating their powers because of the devils and demons that we've also been dealing with. Like it's a master plan of some sort. Because it's all too a little crazy otherwise. It's as separate things, you know.
You don't think perhaps it's the orc warlord that you spoke of, maybe risen to power and his forces are up there rooting out everything else to claim the mountains for himself? What about that as a possible theory? I've not heard this, whatever name, Grim something that you mentioned, but if he is indeed in those mountains, that could be a thing, couldn't it?
Guys, help me out here. Please.
We're telling you it's not.
Or it possibly is not. I mean...
Well, until we know more, which is why we want to help in our way to discover this.
This
What's going
guy
on up there?
that's kind of sitting next to Annie, you notice he's got a fairly fresh eye patch, and you can kind of see a lot of puffiness still in his cheeks and stuff, which would lead you to believe that the wound is probably fairly recent. He says, "And wyverns? What about wyverns? Do you have experience with those as well? Are they part of this organised plan of yours? Wyverns?"
We heard you say wyverns several times, and, well, you know, maybe we haven't quite fought an actual wyvern. We've fought a range of various winged creatures and have full confidence in ourselves that we can take down anything that comes our way. No doubt.
Well,
I believe in all my comrades here.
I only bring that up because, well, there is a wyvern.
Oh, what a surprise.
Hey?
The older gentleman that's kind of sitting up here at this end of the table now says, "Aye, the beast has been seen rising from the mountains and heading to the northwest, attacking the farmlands in the rolling hills and such. Well, a group of us went to try to deal with it, you see. This is how my good friend lost his right eye. And how 4 of our number are no longer alive. In fact, myself, my one-eyed friend here, and my comrade to the left are fixing to leave. We came up here with the intent to not be conscripts and help. And all we've managed to succeed is, well, burying over half of our number and, quite honestly, diminishing ourselves somewhat. I have no wish at my age to join the rank and file of Middenhill Keep. But I must confess, this mere wyvern that alone is too much of a problem for us. So tomorrow we're leaving. We've find it fortunate that you should arrive to fill our place, and maybe you'll do a better job than we did, and perhaps some of you won't die so gruesome a death. So is that why you're here then? You're here to kill the wyvern. Is that right?
Yes.
I
just shh. Yes, we are here to kill the wyvern. We will take care of it. Promptly. Tomorrow, even.
It's a great blue-winged beast with the largest stinger you've ever seen on a wyvern. We've seen a wyvern before. A big wyvern. And we killed it. Chopped its stinger right off, we did. 4 years ago, to the south. But that one we killed didn't have a stinger like this one's got. No, ma'am, not at all. This stinger is the biggest stinger you'll ever see on a wyvern. It is absolutely massive. It is.
Fantastic. Sounds like you know a lot about wyverns, and congrats on killing the other one 4 years ago. Sounds like this one's bigger and scarier. Is there just one?
That we've seen. Of course, it could be more than one wyvern. They could be taking it in turns to fly out and raid and then come back. We only assume it's the same wyvern that's been seen, but typically you only see it soaring above the mountains. We haven't got to see it close up other than a few days ago when we thought we would lie in wait. And a thing, well, it didn't seem to want to participate in our schemes, and it descended upon us and struck us while we were travelling. One of its claws ripped out my right eye. That's why I'm now sporting this beautiful eye patch and still having a hard problem coming to terms with my strange new depth perception, as it were.
It makes you look very rugged and storied. I like it.
Yes, well, makes it a bit bloody hard to use this rapier properly, I'll tell you that, because everything seems to be a little bit further away than it used to be. It's going to take a bit of getting used to.
Have you ever thought about a bow and arrow? I always see them closing one eye anyway.
Well, I only just recently lost my eye and come to terms with the pain of it. So no, I haven't exactly sat down and tried to contemplate the change in my combat style just yet. No, ma'am.
But it looks really cool if that helps. Very intimidating.
Once it stops hurting like a son of a bitch and I don't have this weird feeling like I keep wanting to scratch it, which I do. I always want to keep rubbing it. I do. Like put my hand up here and rub on it because it's itching a lot.
Oh, that does feel really good.
Right.
But maybe eventually I'll get used to it. Perhaps it will benefit me when it comes to drawing the attentions of the ladies in the tavern.
Yes. And you already have a pretty good story to go with it. Like you didn't just turn around and a tree branch was too low, something like that. You have a pretty good story to go with it.
Well, yes, indeed. Telling people that my arm or my eye was ripped out at the end of the clutches of the most terrifying wyvern you have ever seen.
Maybe don't say wyvern so much, Talk about the extremities and the danger, not just the word of what it is.
Well, it did indeed have very, very intense extremities.
Yes.
The longest claws I've ever seen on a wyvern, as well as I might have mentioned, the largest stinger.
Yes.
Yeah, that girls will love that. I'm sure.
Well, I hope so. Maybe it will be worth it in time to come. Maybe when I can look back and laugh at this situation, at the moment when I somehow find the funny side to having my eye tore clean out at the end of a claw.
Cyrano's short and he has to live with that, so.
Right, he stands up and he's about 5'4".
Oh no.
He says, I appreciate you noticing my... obviously...
I was talking about my friend.
Yes.
Apologies. He says that about everybody.
Well, let's be honest. He is a colossal figure of a man.
Yes. He doesn't understand.
I'm sorry. But we do need to speak to the wizard.
Yes, please.
Right, with all of this, so at that point, Sergeant Slade said, Lieutenant Gallowitz goes, yes. The wizard. Well, please, everybody, eat your fill. Get a good meal. If you don't mind, I'll see what I can do about getting you to see this wizard.
Thank you very much.
Much appreciated.
I promise you, we will not just talk to the wizard and leave due to this issue, the problems you have. We are here to help in our capacity.
Well, do you have any experiences with wyverns?
Told you already. No.
What about other flying creatures?
No, but you did mention other flying creatures, so...
Right.
Sea hags. They flew out of the water.
Hags.
Yeah.
Little different.
Mm-hmm.
But,
There were wings, and they grabbed people.
Little imp things? Little
Yes.
guys like that?
Closets.
Gargoyles?
I suppose
Gargoyles.
what I'm asking is...
A big lion thing?
Well, it's really this
Owls?
simple.
Owls?
We've lost an awful lot of men. Good men. And sending all of them out to try to tackle and deal with one overzealous raiding wyvern would be a foolish waste of our resources, so we had discussed and decided, indeed, Captain Van Zant had forbid that we go after this thing. At that point, you hear, coming from the chair by the fire, and I told you, me and my men would take care of that winged beast. All you'd have to do is give the word. We'll bring it down. We'll bring it down hard. We'll bring it down fast. And he kind of looks at him and goes, and as Captain Van Sant says, your particular talents are entirely too valuable to also waste. These friends of ours sitting around the table attempted to tackle the beast themselves. As you heard, did not succeed. But we shouldn't be discouraged. And if indeed you are come here to not be conscripts, but to help, I see by the sheer physical size and stature of you, and he kind of raises his left hand, pointing it towards Alekma. He says, you are clearly a man of exceptional strength.
That's actually, I'm going to point across the table over the pig to Britannica. She's actually the truer of the fighters between us.
And I
Hello.
can believe
By
that
a
to be
large
true.
margin. Very large margin.
I have never
Nice of
seen
you.
a woman so blessed and physically endowed with such prowess. You are indeed a fine specimen of a strong woman.
Thank you. I know.
And you, my dear, clearly you are the representation of the goddess Myris, I tell by the symbol. Are you
I'm glad
perhaps
it's clear.
a guardian or paladin of Myris?
Paladin at your service.
So again, I am sure you have dealt with vile creatures and beasts
Oh, yes.
in the name of Myris many, many times.
Many times.
And the individual sitting down there that hasn't really been saying a whole bunch
Hi.
looks incredibly quick-witted and light on his feet. Perhaps the very thing you need to get behind a dangerous wyvern and chop that stinger off.
Yeah. Yes. Sorry, Sarah.
Well,
Go ahead.
No, please go. I was just basking in that for a moment.
I just am curious if the wyvern is your greatest threat that you've been dealing with, because we heard there are just trolls that really did a number on you. So,
Indeed. It is one thing to organize a regimental group of fighting men to fight other bipedal things. Granted, we were taken by surprise. There's no other way around it. We were fooled into believing that we were just going out to meet and dissuade from coming any further a small group of trolls. After all, everything that we've been dealing with up until now has just been ragtag things fleeing the mountains. Of all manner. We have killed dire wolves, black bears, brown bears, Ankhegs. We have killed carrion crawlers, trolls, orcs, ogres, all manner of things. But most of those have just been disorganized, and we all had the feeling that they were somehow moving in desperation away from something. Most of them seemed more interested in fleeing past us than doing battle, but of course, if we'd have allowed that to happen, they'd have found their way to Gartingdale, so we had to stop them. But these trolls, as I said, they seemed organized, like it was a deliberate trap. Now, sending our men-at-arms out after a wyvern, even if we were successful, would no doubt cost us greatly when it comes to the number of men that would fall in the battlefield. And with our numbers so severely diminished at this moment in time, as much as I hate to say it, we don't have the luxury of dealing with the beast, so those poor farmers to the north are just going to have to suffer themselves. Unless, of course, you would like to take on the challenge and solve that particular problem for us.
So, what you said is worrying to me, being a student of nature. Typically, when there's a mass migratory events, it has to do with some natural disaster or unnatural disaster for things to feel the need to flee it. So, I think something is definitely afoot in those mountains that is scaring things southward, except for those things that are organized and possibly in cahoots. So it would be in the farmers' best interest to come here, honestly.
The farmers?
You said the people up north
Well,
were in the path. That's what I meant.
Yes, well, no, to the northwest of the creature that's in the mountains to the north.
Yes.
It was kind of flying over to the west, above Gartingdale, where the farmlands are. I'm sure, no doubt, to pluck out the cows and the sheep and the pigs. Obviously, they had been told to move within the confines and safety of the town of Gartingdale itself. But you also have to understand, these are farmers that have inherited their lands from their fathers before them and fathers before them, and they're a stubborn bunch. If they abandon their farms, they'll lose all their crops, their entire livelihood. So many of them are too stubborn to leave. We can only suggest for their own safety, and some did. Some did take heed and move south, but many have not done so, and will not do so.
What the what?
Royal MTG! Thank you for hitting the sub button.
Thanks,
Appreciate
Royal.
you. Take
Thanks,
your pants
Royal.
off. Hit the high.
My coworker. Hi.
Hi.
Thanks for the sub.
Hi.
Hi.
So excited. That's my coworker.
I know him.
I work with him.
I went with that man.
Dork.
But yes, and obviously, I'll ensure that you get to speak to Corlathander. Obviously, we'll have to give him some time to rest, and then you can talk to him and whatever, but I wonder if you would consider being of service to us and trying to deal with this particular problem for us. You're, of course, free to say no.
I don't think we can with the information we now know. It would be against my very soul to say no to this. This seems like something we should do, team. right?
I know you're not conscripts, but I mean, obviously, we'd be willing to pay you
wow.
the sign-on bonus and a full week's worth of pay to take care of the problem,
See?
such as it is.
We might find out more about the wizard.
I'm actually gonna look over Britannica.
I mean, if we can do it quickly, can we talk to the wizard first, maybe, and then
Oh, well, of course.
go
Of course.
handle this?
I mean, it's evening, and you've been on the road yourselves for a good while, so no doubt you wish to rest. So perhaps you can all rest here tonight. We'll talk to Colin Thander in the morning, and then after that you can, if you want to go off to the mountains or whatever it is that you're wanting to do and how you want to tackle this, you can do what you want. Obviously, we'll give you as much information
fair.
as we know to assist you.
It's very fair, Britannica.
Fine, but we need to be quick.
Okay, quick on our toes. Let's go. I'm sorry, I feel like I'm a little too chippy for all the death that we've been talking about today. Take it down a notch.
I love death, it's awesome.
I'm just, I just helped 4 people out there. I'm just very happy about that. I love helping people.
Well, there's room over at the barracks for you to stay, but if you'd prefer to stay here in the keep, I'm sure Captain Van Zant will accept that.
I don't know. He didn't seem too pleased to welcome. I mean, I don't.
I think that was a combination of sadness and extreme disappointment. When he saw you walk in and he thought you were going to be joining us as conscripts, I think he felt a little hope. After losing so many valiant men today, obviously he's not in the best of moods, as I said. And then when you ripped that moment of hope away from him to tell him that we're not in fact here to help you in that capacity, I think he, you saw how he reacted. It's understandable, of course.
We completely understand, and obviously he's under a lot of stress and just wants to solve the problem and not see any more death.
He kind of points over past the fireplace. He says, there are some cots and a small guest room just down there that you're welcome to sleep in. There's only 3 beds, I'm afraid, but hopefully you can make that work. Of course, if not, any of you are welcome to sleep on any of these bearskin rugs here on the open floor.
Alekma prefers that anyway, so that's fine. Right, Alekma?
I'm gonna be looking at those bearskin mugs, kind of like.
Okay, so this one was clearly a dire bear. I mean, it is absolutely massive. And then this would be more your typical kind of black grizzly.
I mean, considering that was a dire bear, sure. I'm a big guy.
Perfect.
Dire bears are not exactly friends.
Yeah, Slade's like, it's not even real. They got it at IKEA. He says, but please, yes, make yourself at home. Eat as much as you want. We can bring you some ale. And you can rest up tonight, talk to the wizard in the morning, and I'll explain to Captain Van Zant that you are, in fact, here to help us with more specific problems that are more valuable than being typical conscripts. And see if I can't change his attitude towards you a little.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Before you leave, just so you know, if any of your men want to do like a prayer circle later, I'd be happy to lead it. I give great prayers.
I give great
He
prayers.
does, it's true.
Perhaps before you retire, maybe you should wander over to the barracks and offer that service. You might even get to meet Bishop Mordain while you're over there. He is a prominent member of the Mayaheen clergy.
I know what that means.
You know the church that was down in Gartingdale?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
and they told you that most of their priests were up here, including their highest level priest or whatever, that's him.
Okay, got it.
Of course, all their other priests now are dead, except for this acolyte and him. But beyond that. I foresee that the Church of Mayaheen is going to also be looking for recruits soon.
What if they try to convert me?
Come here and worship and learn the studious ways of Mayaheen. It's a hell of a lot safer than joining the Watch or going up there to the keep.
Yeah, I'm just gonna eat, have some ale, and relax. I mean, if there's
all right. Yeah, you can chill out here and warm yourself up. Do you wish to go and conduct a prayer circle?
Yeah, I don't know if I want to role play.
No, that's fine. We don't have to role play it, but you can choose to go do it.
Okay.
All right, so
You guys don't need to hear another.
Annie's going to head
terrible
off and
prayer.
to do that.
Yes, we do.
you could have gotten inspiration, Jane. So
Yeah, right.
No, I've never gotten inspiration on this show in my life. I know I never will. Chat hates me.
Chat hates you. They don't hate you, Jane.
No, not negative inspiration. No.
Negative inspiration, yeah.
If I do well on a roll, you take it away at any time.
Yep. Right, well,
Random disadvantage.
the three guests then that were there are going to retire unless any of you wish to discuss anything with them before they do so.
Nah.
No.
No.
Okay, all right. Get out of here, y'all.
Yeah, Jane's a liar prepper.
I was gonna
She
say
gets
that's probably
inspiration
right.
all the time.
I
Liar
don't
Jane.
remember that.
If there's
I
someone who
definitely have
doesn't,
not got inspiration this campaign once.
if there's someone who doesn't get inspiration the most, it's me.
I think it's because we've been here since like
I've
2013.
had,
So
like,
people don't want to
one
give us
time.
inspiration anymore.
No,
That's
they're
it.
tired of you. They're bored
They're
of you.
tired. They want to see a new face.
Yeah.
Okay.
Glossy face.
So after they've left,
Glossy.
you're left with Lieutenant Gallowitz, and then the very dour Sergeant Slade, who's sitting over here, who has just got up, says, "Well, time for me to go and walk the grounds and check on the men."
Okay, Clint Eastwood.
Goodbye. I love you. Secret.
Get off my lawn.
If you'll excuse me.
Where's my Gran Torino?
Right, yeah, and Slade leaves.
I love that. That's the Clint
That's
Eastwood
the
reference you
pull,
made.
yeah.
Gran Torino of all the
Of
others.
all the Clint Eastwood things.
So much more to
Oh my
do. Gran
God.
Torino.
Well, because of the "get off my lawn" part. He said
Yeah,
that's
no.
just in that movie.
Oh boy.
Get off my lawn. Okay. All right. So at this point, then, you're just left with Lieutenant Gallowitz, who, after downing another mug of ale and finishing off some of that pig, he says, "Well, I'll leave you to it if you'll excuse me." And he gets up and he wanders
good
through this
evening.
door.
Yeah, I'm gonna lay down on this dire bear rug. Just,
You sleep on the dead bear? Okay.
Sure.
All right, and you got 3 little cots down in here. Simple little side room that you can rest in.
After I get my fill, I'm gonna hop in and get myself on the bed.
Okay.
I stumble home late, drunk on prayers.
Drunk on prayer.
Singing songs about goblins.
Amen.
You come into the room way too loud, clanking things around.
So Jane, the only thing that will really happen over there, other than you can, you can conduct your prayer circle. Yes, Bishop Moradane is over there, who is the highest ranking priest.
Oh, I would definitely
from
have
the
gone
Church
to-
of Mayaheen.
Yeah, I would say hello.
So if you wish to have any conversations with him, he'd be available.
Okay, I probably would see if his god is dying.
So, is your god snuffing it or what?
in one way or another. Yeah.
Yeah. From the conversations you have with him, Mayaheen does not seem to be having any adverse issues right now.
Okay. Noted.
Their protection, justice, and valor domains and all that they're all involved in. He mostly seems very concerned about the safety of the town, the fact that things seem to be getting braver and braver and braver, and he will actually let you know. He'll say to you that he is worried that it may not be long before something actually tries to attack the keep itself.
Ooh, that's dark. Okay.
So, alrighty. Okay. So where are we at? We're pretty close to time, but all right. The following day, then. So let's push ahead a day, to where you can come down to breakfast or come up for breakfast, which apparently is the rest of the pig because that's the only food that's on this table right now. So deal with it.
Lechon.
But the good lieutenant will, after breakfast, escort you upstairs to see the wounded wizard, if you wish. All right.
Is it Cinneren?
Let's do that, because I want to have this little interaction before we go any further. So basically, he'll take you up the stairs. I'm going to move you guys onto this map first, and then... let's see, where's my lieutenant? There he is.
If it's Tristan, I swear I'm going to punch him in the face. He's just there like,
Oh my gosh.
Caca, caca!
I'm going to throw a spear at him, just like, son of a bitch.
There you go.
I'm getting a call for inspiration for Matt.
Ooh, for
What?
Matt?
You just had
People
one!
so
What?
far.
What did he do?
Just for
For me?
his
crazy rat work.
his rat work over
Oh,
the
the
past
rat
few
work
episodes.
earlier. Gotcha.
He used it. That's what he used.
Different rat.
Hey,
Sorry.
That
was-
was so mean.
So jealous.
He's
I
jealous.
don't see a straw
Dude, you got
poll.
an inspiration for casting a spell.
Well, I voted
Playing
no.
D&D.
I'm just saying, you literally did what your character's supposed to do. They're like, "Oh, genius!" and gave you inspiration.
I voted no.
Don't give me that. It was, but still, don't give me that, dude.
That's too funny. It was a kick-ass use of a spell. It was.
It was,
It was the
absolutely.
timing
Yes.
and the use, not
But
the actual-
crying inspiration pour is not. I'm not going to hear that. I can't tell you how many times I felt like I've done a great thing, and I'm like, "Oh, no inspiration, that's cool." And one girl goes, "Sniff," and they go, "Oh, inspiration for crying on stream." I'm like,
What?
"What do I got to do around here to get a freaking inspiration? What am I gonna do?"
Hey, I didn't get
Maybe you
inspiration
should
for
cry.
turning into a tree,
can
and
cry.
that was genius too.
Nobody cried.
Oh my
I'm just
god.
saying,
Y'all
it's
are cracking
happened.
me
We need to
up.
stick together, which is why am I fighting you then, Matt?
I just figured I'm
sorry.
just amazing every episode, so that's why I don't get inspiration.
Yeah, but you set the
be
bar
it.
too
Just so
high,
low.
James.
Too high,
You
man.
set the bar too high.
We know who the no's gonna be, everyone.
We'll see how that carries.
Oh, there's two.
Yeah, see, I don't vote. I just look at the results. So
That's so funny.
I don't know if you're gonna get
What
this.
did I even
I
get
know, it's
mine
good.
for?
8 yes, 3 no's so far.
It was good rat work.
It was good rat work.
Hey, it's
good
some
rat
of the
work.
best rat work we've seen on the
It was
I did,
good
a
show.
rat
lot of, I did a lot of inspiration. Spent a lot of times with rats over the weekend. Really gearing up for this
He's a
role.
method.
Good
He
rat
method
work.
acted his ratness.
I did. I built myself a big wheel in my
You got down
garage.
But while
there.
that's going on,
Spins.
yeah. So, Lieutenant Gallowitz is leading you down this long wooden hallway. Are you on this map?
All right,
Yes.
I move
you
to
are.
follow. Do I get inspiration? Like, I walk that hallway.
One of the
really
floorboards
well.
is creaky. Do you step on it?
No.
Okay, inspiration.
Then,
Uh,
no, you get it for stepping on it, man.
Yeah.
I check
Jane-
for traps.
You gotta do
I
it.
check every board for traps. Every
Kill
single
everyone in the whole
board
place.
in this
Like
place.
legit junk. I think Jane should get inspiration for saying drunk on prayer.
No. I've been
think
way
that's-
funni're.
It's not the
I've
funniest
been
thing
way
you've ever done.
funnier.
I
It's
agree.
not the funniest thing I've ever done.
I
No,
agree.
that's true.
I agree with that, Jane.
You agree that it's not the funniest thing
It's
I've
not
ever
the
done?
funniest thing you've ever
Okay,
done.
you
Yeah.
said
Thank
funnier.
you. Thank you.
Yeah, you've looked way funnier than that.
It was a good line. Don't get me wrong. It was a great line.
Okay.
But you've done greater.
So I don't want inspiration for that.
That's
I want
right,
it when I
you won't get
deserve it.
You won't get it.
Yeah, we don't need those charity inspirations.
Charity inspiration.
I'll take
Okay.
it.
Right, yeah, he's
His ego
led you
needs
into
every
this room on the far end of the hallway, on the right,
Okay.
where laying on the bed is a fairly tall, slender man with thick black hair and a thin mustache, who's kind of like laying there, looking somewhat kind of diminished. He says, this would be Colin Thander Delphwain. He is one of the wizards, I suppose, or sorcerers that volunteered to come here and assist us. He himself was actually working alongside the gentleman that had the run-in with the wyvern. Hence his physical condition not being particularly wonderful. But he was also involved in the issue with the trolls yesterday. This poor man has put himself on the line time and time again, and has acted most bravely indeed. But as you can tell, is suffering for his escapades. And he's kind of laying there, and at this point he's like raises an eyebrow. He's clearly awake. He's, Call it Thunder, there's some esteemed guests from Gartingdale would like to speak with you if you're feeling up to it. And he just kind of looks and through a sleepy kind of dreary eyes and goes, and summons you over in a kind of very lazy, weak, half-assed fashion.
Oh, you poor thing. Rush over as soon as he does that.
Okay.
Start like, are you okay? What hurts you? What ails you? Can I do anything to help you?
Alright, he just looks up at you and says, I'm sure there are worse that need attention before me. Take care of those. The poor soldiers in the barracks. Those that were bloodied and beaten by the trolls. I'll survive another day, I'm sure.
I did help out down there, so today the focus is on you, okay? What is it, your stomach? What's wrong? What did they do to you?
He just kind of like pulls back his tunic, and you can see like his whole right leg looks like it's kind of charred and burnt. Like at one point, but his whole leg is like doing spasms, and he's very, very pale.
Oh.
This is an older wound, but one that is still bothering me. The blow on the back of my head is the more recent one.
Oh. Can I see the back of his head?
I mean, yeah, I mean, if you're going to go over and kind of look, he'll begrudgingly, like, turn over to his side. Yeah, and it's actually kind of, like, right at the base of his neck. You can see it is all kind of blackened and bruised and swollen, and it's extending all the way down across his shoulder. Again, no doubt he received a mighty, striking, crushing blow from one of the trolls.
Okay. I'm gonna just do a heal check on him to
Okay.
assess with anything else real quick. See if there's something more to it than what we're seeing.
All right. No, I mean that just looks like a severely damaging wound, but nothing beyond strange about it.
Okay.
The leg, you want to take a look at that as well?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Give me a heal check on that.
Okay. Another 20!
Oh my
Wow.
god.
Three?
Natural 20!
That's
Damn it.
3. That's the trace, as
Well,
I
give
like
her
to say.
inspiration. Let's go.
So salty.
I
Give
know,
me
right?
inspiration for that.
That's it. You can turn in. You can trade in 5 natural 20s for an inspiration point. No.
I'll do
Oh,
it.
that would be
Okay.
cool.
do it.
So let's
I'm
see.
I'd check every floorboard though.
I check for rats.
Yeah.
Oh, I just noticed I wasn't actually. I need to be further up for chat to see where we're at actually on the map. Okay. So looking at this, it's a very curious wound. So it seems to have like an originating blast point, like something that was something hot and singed, like hit him in the upper thigh, but the muscle damage and atrophy that's kind of gone along with it. If you didn't know better, he was electrocuted, like he received something along the lines of was struck by lightning or something like that.
Okay. So it looks crazy.
Yeah, it's
Can you-
pretty.
Can you use that leg at all? Or is it
He
a
says,
dud?
I walk with a cane.
Ah. What?
The Bishop Mordain has told me he would take care of it numerous times, but there are always those that seem to be in more grave need of his abilities, and with so few healers here, it doesn't seem proper for me to waste his healing talents on myself.
Does it require something more than just a healing touch? Restoration, perhaps?
No, I'm sure with the correct application of magical energies it could be healed, but again, all we have now is one initiate who is little able to do more than minor healing a few times a day, and the bishop, who, because of the nature of things here lately, seems to be called to task daily to expel all of his abilities to heal. As I said, it would probably take a reasonable amount of his efforts to fully restore me, so I have told him to wait and treat me as a less important charge of his. My
Well.
wits are still intact, and that is more that I tend to need to operate. Although this blasted blow that I received is at least keeping me here in the bed. Every time I attempt to rise, I get dizzy and fall.
Oh, well, I'm going to take care of that. We are actually hoping to speak with you about a different matter, though, and I'm going to look to everyone else regarding a wizard that we are trying to talk to and find.
We were told would be here.
Who is this wizard?
His name is Senerend.
Okay, when you say that, he's like...
Oh, there. Oh,
Come on,
God,
Andy. What
okay.
what are you doing?
Fix him now.
He's choking on his own spit. I don't know.
Okay, fix it, please. What was
Slam
that? Did you do
slamming
it?
his back with my hand.
You slapping him? Like, here.
Sit him up! Sit him up! Don't you know that?
Are you okay?
Clearly he isn't. But obviously he's in with the wound that he's got at the base of his neck and across his shoulder. This coughing fit is like causing him excruciating pain.
Okay, fine. I'll do it now. Hold on. Before he has time to say no, that's what I just place my hands on like his side or something. And
Like where his wound is? Okay, on his neck. Okay.
And I do all 31 points of my healing touch.
Oh wow, okay. Well that will definitely take care of the wound at the back of the neck, but it'll probably pretty much take care of his leg as well.
Wow.
So with Myrus's good blessings, within moments, he feels instant relief. And with that, he is going to get up. Where is he?
Don't run away.
He goes, whee! And off he runs.
Just like Cyrano.
Yep, just like Cyrano. He's actually a were-rat.
I turn back into a rat and go, I've been a rat the whole time, and I run off too.
Ah!
No.
Right, yeah. So with that, he kind of like gets up and sits on the edge of the bed. Yeah, that's a good a spot as any. Okay, and he says, oh, and he kind of stretches and cracks his back and says, oh, while you shouldn't have wasted your energies on me, as there are others that are definitely more in need, I cannot say that I am unappreciative of your efforts. That's very kind of you. Thank you.
Of course, I saw you suffering. I had to do something. I'm sorry.
So you believed that the great Senelind was here? Oh, I confess I've never met the man, but in my circles that I travel, I've heard much about him, obviously. But I confess I have not seen Senelind here at Middenhill Keep.
Oh.
Maybe you're him in disguise. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. You know.
Oh, I'm afraid if that's what you were hoping, I'm afraid to disappoint. Needless to say, if I was Senelind in a disguise, I doubt disguising myself as another wizard would have necessarily been what I would have chosen myself.
But this doesn't make any
Maybe that-
sense.
Why? Well, what leads you to believe that Senelind would be here? You seem very convinced that that would be the case.
I mean, the voice in the obelisks told us.
The obelisk.
Yes, we ventured south to these obelisks, these with red energies within.
Oh,
And
Loves mentioning the obelisks.
I see.
mean, he's a wizard.
And what did they tell you?
Well, I gave an offering. I asked 2 questions instead of 1. We had to defend ourselves from stone people.
The obelisks always do apply a test before gifting those with the knowledge that they seek. But clearly you passed this test as you're all here, I'm sure.
Yeah, we dealt with the things.
But what did so the obelisk told you that Senerind would be at Middenhill Keep?
He said, well, he did. He did, right? Like, essentially, say we had to go to the city where Gartland, right?
Gartland is a region, like an
the
entire region.
I could have sworn he said to go here. I'm sorry, Gar. It's been like a couple months. I don't fully remember specifically what the obelisk said, but I feel like my character would know, and I don't.
I mean, the obelisk said that he was hiding in Gartingdale.
Right, which was the town.
Which is the town. That's not
That we-
here, necessarily.
Okay.
Yeah.
But when you were in Gartingdale, they told you
Yes.
That there was a wizard that was at Middenhill Keep, and another wizard traveled up there a few weeks ago, and you...
Which we put
with
together
the time
as...
frame, you thought, well, that's very possibly him, because he supposedly would have been here a few weeks ago. So that's, I think, what you used as your
Right. Okay.
assumption that he could be here.
So the obelisk told us he'd be in Gartendale. And then while in Gartendale, we pieced together the timeline of events and was told that another wizard traveled a couple weeks ago up here, and that sounds exactly like the wizard centering who we've been chasing this entire time.
I'm afraid unless he is hiding out as one of the conscripts that came here, or is somehow hidden away, I have not seen him.
I guess that makes sense. It seems like he does not want to be found at all.
Well, if he's in hiding, that would be logical, I suppose. What's he hiding from?
I don't know.
Yes, is there a place up here that you would see being of his ilk that would think to hide in?
I mean, this is a far removed place from most of civilization. But from what I know of Senerind, if he was to come here, he wouldn't just hide, he would help. Oh, he is a great, great man indeed.
Is there a place of magical power that you guys tap into up here?
No. Other than our own studies and the lessons and learns that we bring with us in our books.
Well...
This whole conversation, after a little while, Lieutenant Gallowitz has kind of like looked and he's realized, hey, he's okay talking to you, you're okay. He's like, not to interrupt, but if you gentlemen don't mind, I've got other duties to attend to, so I'll leave you to it. You can just head back down the corridor and down the stairs when you're ready.
Thank you.
And, if you need any supplies for the other thing that you're going to do after this, just come and find me.
Oh, right.
We will, thank you.
Okay. Alrighty. So yeah, it's just you and the wizard now.
I mean...
Are you outside the room on purpose, Cyrano, or is that just where your token dropped?
No, that's just where my token dropped.
Oh, okay, sorry.
No, it's okay. Thank you.
I didn't know if you were deliberately outside, like you're trying to eavesdrop and didn't want him to know you were there or something.
No,
so.
I'm hanging back. That's just kind of where it plopped me.
Okay. And he says, would it be too much to ask what it is you're seeking of Senerind?
He has a shard, a very magical, powerful stone, or godstone, Sinolith.
I see.
And we need it.
Oh, you're hoping he'll work with you and...
Yes, we are hoping
you don't mean
cooperate.
Well, no, of course you don't. That would be foolish to even think that you'd be stupid enough to try something like that. No, ignore me.
What?
I was merely going to say, surely you don't mean him any harm, but...
No.
If you did mean him any harm, that would really probably just be your own demise.
If he wants to hurt us, I would hope not.
I'm sure he has no reason to, unless you want to give him one.
No, we don't mean him any harm. Although I can say that he was chased out of his tower by a bunch of little demons, the quasits and imps.
Really?
So, is he really as powerful as the legend says he is?
You said demons.
Yes.
You saw these creatures?
Mm-hmm.
She bit a few of them to death. I'm gonna judge her hand.
Bit them.
Yeah, did Britannica bite one of the quasits?
I
During the
don't
fight?
remember. Maybe.
Did I?
You
I
might
could have
done.
sworn you
You're pretty
did.
insane, so you may have done.
That does sound
yeah.
a little
Does
familiar.
sound like a stupid thing I would do.
Who bites people?
Right? Got a couple biters in this group.
But just quasits, though. Small, little creatures, little imps sort of things.
Yes, a whole swarm of them were outside his tower, which
I
had been
see.
magically sealed.
Ah, then it's probably purely coincidental.
No, it's probably not. What do you mean?
Well,
Did you see demons recently?
I have suspicions. Nothing I've been able to validate. But, as a learned man, I speak many tongues, and I heard one of the trolls say something. And, they referred to the horned one with the serpent beard.
Ah,
Yep.
I knew there had to be a leader to get them all in a group.
So, this means something to you?
Yes.
Well, I consulted my books, and it would appear that there are indeed such devils. Not demons, but devils that have snakes for beards and horns. Cloven feet. I've not seen them, but the horned one with the serpent beard did seem rather specific.
Yes, we have encountered said creature several times in our journey up here.
I see. And what, pray tell, do you think the tie-in is with that and Cinerend?
We think the demons are trying to stop us from connecting with Cinerend.
I see.
Yes. Stop us from our goal and true purpose here. They don't want us meeting.
And you believe that Cinerend recently came to Gartingdale and hid?
The timeline suggests that he ventured here-ish, in this region.
Was there a specific reason that you believed he was coming here, or was it more just he was fleeing for his life?
Honestly, I don't know the answer to
True.
that.
I don't either.
But it does seem rather strange that if Cinerend arrived here, as you say, a few weeks ago, and then a few weeks ago is when all the problems started happening here at Middenhill Keep. There's obviously seems to be something more than just a coincidence.
Probably. Unfortunately, he could be involved.
As in, you believe responsible?
Oh, no. I mean, I can't verify that. Either responsible or the opposite of maybe they are following him as well. Don't know.
Gore, who... So I know we did that Christmas, that special where we played as the Quasits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nesh Farouk was described to this party, right? By someone.
Yes.
I remember, was it the shape change, the
No.
doppelgangers, or?
Yeah, it was the doppelganger.
So apparently, yeah, the name Nesh Farouk was dropped for sure.
And the fact that Cinerend wanted to communicate for an answer to something, right?
Cinerend was attempting to... So what you know is apparently Cinerend was attempting to talk to a devil or a demon for answers for something.
For something that we don't.
And whenever he opened up the portal to summon that devil or demon is when it got hijacked and all the Quasits came through.
Right, okay.
And then he used so much energy in opening that he wasn't able to defend himself against all of the onslaught of this army of Quasits, so he fled initially. But if you recall, the mayor of that particular town told you that he was traveling north to Gartland. So he obviously intended to come to Gartland, but it was never elaborated on why, I don't believe.
Okay, right.
So it seems like he come here for a purpose, but what that purpose is, you don't know. But the Obelisks have told you he is basically now in hiding in Gardingdale. So for some reason, he's got where he meant to be, but he is like trying to not be found or is tucking himself away.
Okay.
Yeah. Is Well, I hope you can find him. And I hope he's willing to help you. Now, while you're here, I can't help but say that I overheard a conversation this morning in the hallway that apparently you're going after the Wyvern next. Is that right?
Yes. We will attempt.
We
First
must.
of all, I can only say thank you. I have pledged myself to defend this keep, and more importantly, the citizens of Gartingdale. While they are brave and valiant men here, they, well, I don't believe possess the ability to go up against this particular creature. You do understand what you're taking on. You understand that this is a huge, large, draconic beast that can fly.
Well,
That's
does
not that big of a problem for us.
Good.
Does he have a nest? That's that he can't
He
fly
dwells
around
somewhere
in?
in the mountains, but there's something funny about this particular wyvern.
Does he have a snake beard?
He does not, but he does have an exceptionally large stinger, freakishly large, and freakishly odd-shaped. I didn't get a close enough look, but something made me feel it was a little odd. The second thing, wyverns don't breathe lightning. This one did. If I didn't know better, if it wasn't for the stinger, I would have sworn that this wyvern was not a wyvern at all, and in fact was a blue dragon.
That's a little different.
They don't know the difference between a dragon and a wyvern?
Well, the two are very similar in appearance. Wyverns, of course.
Bigger?
Wyverns, of course, do indeed have the very distinctive scorpion-esque stinger on the tail, which is their primary weapon. But I've never known a wyvern have the ability to breathe lightning. But this wyvern is a definite azure color. And, as my leg will contest, he hurled lightning from his mouth.
That's terrible.
So unless this is some kind of strange abomination of lightning-breathing wyverns that we've never seen before, which of course it could indeed be, my suspicions are there's something not altogether honest about this one. But you should be very prepared. As I said, don't go expecting just a typical battle with a wyvern. No, this one is quite somewhat more formidable than any wyvern that I've ever read about before.
Well, that changes a lot of things, doesn't it?
And then, like, as if he hadn't really noticed it before, he looks and says, "Is that a symbol to Myrus?" And he kind of points at your holy symbol.
Oh, yes. I am a paladin of Myrus.
I see. And the rest of you are all followers of the same religion?
No, I'm a follower of Alona myself.
So you're of a druidic order then, perhaps?
Correct.
Yes. Oh, this makes sense. And you're just a brave band of adventurers out to wrong the world of mischief. I know that's a vastly over-romanticized idea, but
I love that idea. Yes.
I used to think that way myself in my younger years. A few blasts from lightning-breathing wyverns and clubbings of trolls and other horrid things have made me reconsider more recently that, while I need to do the best I can to help defend this region, I'm not quite as cut out for the adventuring life as I used to be. No, I'm resigned myself to be more of a military aid to the keep. I'll tell you what. I'll level with you then. I can't deal with this wyvern, and it has to be dealt with. As you are a follower and a paladin of Myris, I take it that you're not really capable of breaking your word or lying, are you? And clearly you're in good favor with your goddess, otherwise you wouldn't have been able to heal me so effectively.
Yes. We are on great terms, I think. I hope.
Do I have your word that you will do your best and utmost to deal with this azure-winged beast? And if so, then I may be able to tell you something.
Ooh.
There's no turning back now, it seems.
Just tell us now, then.
I will, if I get your word. I'm not going to hold you to doing the task first. After all, I may not be alive by the time you get back the way things have been going.
Well, in that case, then yes, sure, you have our word.
Yes.
When you came here, did you stay any length of time in the tavern?
Yes.
Do we?
Well, kind of, yeah.
Oh.
You happen to mention specifically that Senerind is hiding in Gartingdale.
We believe he was, and then came up here.
Yes, I believe he may still be in Gartingdale. When I was in the tavern, I sensed something. A very, very powerful and strong, radiant magic that would lead me to believe that something in the tavern was hiding its imagery. The type of magic was alteration magic, the type that would have been used to cast a transformation or possibly be invisible. I thought nothing of it other than the fact that it was strange until you brought this very fact up to me. I wonder if your friend Senerind is not in fact hiding in the tavern itself somewhere.
Oh my god.
Perhaps under your very noses. I don't know.
Perhaps in the floorboards.
Perhaps someone we hit with
Perhaps
the
he was
floorboards.
polymorphed into a bench. And we broke him over someone's skull. So if that's of any use to you, I feel no reason to hide it from you. As I said, it didn't really mean much to me at the time, other than it was a very strange feeling, but I didn't have time to explore it as I was heading out that very morn to catch the ferry northwards to come and join the brave men here at the keep.
Well, I guess we deal with this wyvern and then head back.
Well,
right
and if I
there.
know anything of Senerind, if he knows that you have done such a valiant and selfless deed for the town, he's probably more likely to warm to you anyway.
Well, gang, what do you say?
Okay.
I mean, if one step closer, I guess.
And 2 steps back.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Well, I appreciate everything you've done for me. And he kind of reaches out under the bed. He said, and I did prepare something, or had prepared for me, as I don't feel I'm likely to be using it quite so virulently a task. And he hands you a vial. He says, here. It is a curative potion that might indeed assist you in your difficult trials ahead.
Thank you. I'm going to hand it to Annie.
Okay.
Or actually, Annie's right there. She'll probably...
I'll take it from you.
Okay. Let's go, I guess.
Yes, to the point of, the curative is very specifically designed to counteract wyvern venom. If this creature is indeed a wyvern, should one of you be stung and suffer its ill effects, I dare say that this will help remedy it.
Okay.
It is a
Great,
single
so it's
dose,
an
but
antidote.
yes, precisely. I had it with the idea that I might need it myself, but as I didn't use it and have no intentions of going after this winged as your beast a second time, I may as well hand it to those that are.
So you say it might be a blue dragon or it's a wyvern. Will this antidote work if it is a blue dragon?
If it really is a blue dragon, then I would be very surprised if it has a stinger.
Oh.
As I said, something strange. There was something odd about the stinger itself. I wish I'd have had more time to study it, but it didn't look altogether real.
Okay, interesting. Well,
It was, as I said, it was very disproportionate. Almost clownedly so.
like an illusion.
More like how the clowns will often wear those large, oversized shoes to try to elevate the comedy element. This thing had a similarly overly exaggeratedly large stinger.
I think he's trying to joke around with us.
For whatever the reason, I doubt it is purely for mirth. By the size of the creature, if it is indeed a dragon, it is one that is definitely approaching maturity if it is not fully mature. 'Tis not a mere whelp.
Well, that's good information to know, I mean, at the very least. So,
It is clearly a wicked beast, however, and needs to be dealt with. I just hope that you're not taking on a task that is beyond your capabilities.
no, we're very capable. Trust
Oh,
me.
good. Well, I wish you well and hope to see you again. Be it that you return alive from your wyvern hunt, and I'm still alive after the various different duties and challenges that lay ahead of me in the next few days.
Thank you for the information. I'm glad you told us before we had to slay the beast, but we'll still do it.
Well, as I said, I trust that you will, and, well, it needs to be taken care of. I can assure you that Captain Van Zant would be infinitely grateful if that particular problem was taken off of his plate.
Right.
Well, and again, thank you for rectifying my injuries. And he kind of, with that, he stands up. He goes, oh, my leg is still somewhat stiff. But...
Walk it out.
Yes, that's probably more exactly due to the amount of lack of use it's had over a period of time. And he kind of like uses his cane to kind of hobble across and then sits in the chair.
Okay. All right. We will take our leave and deal with this wyvern.
Oh, very well. Good luck to you. And remember...
Sure you don't want to come along. You could offer significant help.
As I said, I'm the last remaining magician here, and I feel that throwing my life away attempting to fight such a beast would be foolish. I attempted it once and barely survived. I'm sure a second
with
time.
Us?
No, I was not. But unless any of you have the ability to ensure that it does not destroy me with the breath of lightning, then, if I'm honest, I'm somewhat afraid to go after the creature a second time. And therefore, as shamed as I am, I'm not going to.
Okay, well, just so you know, when you're around me, you will have no fear.
I'm fully aware of the artificial courage that being in your presence would bolster, but I also am smart enough to realize that that is exactly what it is. And I would not be the first young and brave individual to throw their lives away believing that they had abilities that are beyond what they in fact possess in the company of such cavaliers and paladins such as yourselves.
It matters not. My friends and I can definitely deal with this threat.
And I trust that you can. As I said, just beware. Obviously, the stinger, if it is indeed real, but more importantly, just know that if you are in front of this creature and it is able to breathe, it is a terrible, terrible sight to behold.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. Now piss off. No.
Fine.
Alrighty. Okay. Well, that is as good a spot as we're going to have to leave it there. And I wanted to kind of get it to that point.
Oh, hi. Didn't see you there. When I'm not playing a tree-hugging druid on How Reroll, I'm Shagget. You can follow me on twitch.tv/Shagget, where I stream casually, or on Twitter, if you can figure this out, at eneb_convos. How's that for laziest outro ever? My ass sass. See you guys.
Jane? Jane, what are you doing? You gotta record your outro. Jane? She's dead.
Hi! Jane's dead, but it's me, Jane's Spooky Ghost. You can follow me on my spooky adventures at Jane on Twitch with a 0. That's it. I'll talk to you guys later when you're dead. Please.
What's up, everyone? It's your boy, the Snuggler. Oh man, is it my third campaign already? If you guys do want to follow me, I'm pretty active on Twitter at MattySweetTweet. And if this didn't scratch your D&D itch, Chris Tassix and I have a new podcast coming out. You can find out more information about that if you go to www.newcritsontheblock.com. Jane put it right there for everyone to see. We hope you guys go and check it out and enjoy it. Until next time.
Hi, friends and fans. It's me, Christy. Okay, that's good. I'm new and scared, like a lost little baby bear cub in the big spooky woods of streaming. But luckily, my mentors Snugs and Jane are here to guide me through with grace, and wisdom, and beauty, and muscles, and beauty again, but mostly muscles. Jane said I could promote my art D&D podcast. That's all I can say about that. Because she also said that hogging the spotlight is selfish and ugly. So, thanks for everything, Snugs and Jane. This is Crispy saying sayonara.
Hi there, I'm Gorbad. Welcome to the Orc's Nest. I'm the Dungeon Master here on How We Roll, and if you'd like to follow me personally, you can do so on Twitter @Gorbad. Check out thedmblog.com for all things Dungeon Master and Dungeons & Dragons related. And of course, you can follow me on twitch.tv/Gorbad. Also, guys, don't forget to keep up with all things How We Roll. Follow us on Twitter @HowWeRoll. Check out the website www.howweroll.com, and make sure you follow us on YouTube as well. Cheers, guys.